Nope. 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 This is football, baby.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Here we go.
Trading up.
100.
Yes.
What?
Oh my
Here
God.
it is. Just recorded.
The tape never lies.
Other people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
You'll never know how good your football team's going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition. Over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now them out stuck like the two and now and later. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added the barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks scrolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane. What we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Trick Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket. Puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it.
Keeping it 100.
2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Bears never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo! This is Claudio, the barber, and this is TTNL Keeping It 100, the best bear show on the planet, bar none. Well, listen, different season, different players, different Ryan and Matt, but same old Bears, same outcome against the Pack, and the same questions from last year. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's just bring on the boys. Here they are, Shane, the smartest man, Marsaw, and Draft Dr. Phil. What is up, boys?
What? Oh, what is up? The
up?
loss column is up. That's what's up.
Yeah. First of all, I think my yo was longer than Aaron Rodgers' career in New York.
Gone in 60 seconds, right?
I made sure I did a long yo.
I should have drafted Aaron Rodgers first in fantasy drafts in years past, Claudio.
my God.
I never have
At least we got that to
with that.
karma's a bitch. All right, let's go. So,
Yeah. This obviously is like a funeral, really, a football funeral, looking at what we all saw the Chicago Bears performance opening day. I mean, we've said it here. It should have been a playoff atmosphere, and I think the crowd did bring a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, Mr. Brisker. Crowd was there until you guys laid a fucking egg and weren't motivated and didn't want to play like professional football players.
Listen, I know the smartest man and I are boys and we get painted a certain way, but there's a lot of people that should be lining up and apologizing to me because this is what I felt about Getsy, Justin, the offense, and just looking at what it is I've seen, I just had no faith in this coaching staff.
I mean, I wanted to believe in my heart. I want to predict them to win, but I mean, it is worse on tape offensively. Obviously, if you're a patron, and here's a little note. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't care about anybody else's tape analysis, just like I think Picasso didn't want people sending him other people's paintings. I don't watch anybody. I have to focus on how I see it. And it's always been that way before anybody, right, Shane? Just challenging myself to show people the truth with passion. No one is going to break down the tape like I do on this network because we're going to keep it 100. And those patrons that have watched it, you see the lack of everything he says, Shane. Eberflus, alignment, assignment, and technique, all failures.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those,
and his number one philosophy is a complete failure.
Hits, right?
It's the shits, like you said, right? The shits philosophy.
So
Yeah.
when you have this kind of showcase in your first game, you can turn it around. You can turn it around. But I'm going to come here and clear this up. If you're one of these wailing or failing heart Bears fans and you don't want to hear negativity, then you can never play this game of football. Because even in a win, you're going to find the things that you have to learn and teach and coach up. And I'm telling you, it is hard to find positive. It is hard to find positive. And anybody, in fact, I said this pre-show with Shane, and we're on the same page because we haven't talked today. But Luke Getsy is atrocious as a coordinator. And if anybody is telling you different, saying, looking at the tape now, Getsy isn't the problem. It's Luke Getsy that is the biggest problem. Then right. Justin and the offensive line. Luke Getsy doesn't understand how to create an offensive game plan to promote Justin's skills. Any freaking coach that's worth his weight in gold is going to understand. And Shane, we talked about this on BHL. The very first fucking play of the game, they're under center.
Yeah.
It goes for, 6 yards, 7 yards. The next 20, they're in shotgun.
Yeah.
They come back and they go in eye and they get 13. The next 12, they're in gun. Claudio's sitting next to me, as is Dave, patron Dave. And I'm just losing my mind. And you're creating a problem for Justin. And unfortunately, quarterback is you get all the glory and all the blame.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Phil. And I think it's super important. And just because we're holding Justin Fields critical, we're holding his feet to the fire, doesn't mean it right, but it doesn't mean that we're writing him off. It doesn't mean that he can't become a good quarterback. And I'll be honest, is my confidence level in him becoming who I thought he could be as high as it once was? No, it's not. The coaching staff, I'm way more concerned about the situation there because you cannot at any point say what you want about Lovie Smith. He came in, he had the same philosophy. You remember when they used to be punching the ball out every time the ball was on the ground, they were running it back. But the guys bought into it and you saw it. Justin Fields, this offense, this defense, go back to when they say, oh, this defense is chirping. They're getting there was none of that. None of it. You had Eddie Jackson out there playing me ball, trying to completely guessing.
Right.
Jaquan Brisker, the dude that gets all the hype. And is it warranted? Yeah, he's talented. Very talented. But then he makes his first radio appearance on The Score with his new show, and is trying to hold the fucking fans' feet to the fire. I mean, just that tells me up here your head is not in the right place. Shut the fuck up. I don't need to see a video of Justin walking into Hallis Hall at 11:30. I don't need to see it. If you need to put that out there and make yourself feel better, none of that should matter. I need to see when Darnell Mooney is open 17 yards downfield, begging for the fucking ball, that you're going to deliver the ball to him and not bail for 6 yards over and over. DJ Moore, open. As horrible as Chase Claypool was, open. Cole Kmet, as bad as he was, open. Deontay Foreman, dump off, open. Pull the trigger. Why are you not pulling the trigger?
Grip it and rip it. We're going back there, Shane.
Don't blame it all on the offensive line, because there was times, and Phil's tape showed you, JT O'Sullivan's tape showed you, everybody's tape showed you. Probably not everybody's.
Please don't throw everybody there. There's some clowns out there.
On defense too. I mean,
send clips to Shane and Phil if you have funny shit. I don't want to see. I don't care about anybody's. There are a lot of fucking shoe salesman film and that. If you've never coached, I don't want to see your fucking tape breakdown.
But this is the problem right now, Phil, because we're holding Justin accountable.
No, I want to hold them even more accountable.
Right,
now.
But the problem is, people are going to say, "Oh, I was on Justin. I rode with him through thick and thin," and that's exactly what we're fucking doing. But if you cannot hold him accountable for when he has played poorly, then any analysis that you do,
gotta have
it's fraudulent.
You got to have constructive criticism. I mean, you can't just pat people on the back.
It's not constructive. It is treacherous. You, as a head coach, have to be maniacal. Coach Eberflus, Ben said it, took my thoughts. I'll say it again. He took the loser's way out. You're not, I've said this to Cars, I've said it to everybody. It's not just about calling players out. It's calling yourself out. That what that was does not stand for me, and it won't happen again. But when you are asked a direct question that everybody in the fucking room knows, including yourself, then you say, yes, Claypool is in the shit house or anything of any kind. And don't fraud yourself by copping out on it. And Justin Fields played like trash. Trash. He couldn't anticipate openings. So as much as I put it on Getsy, Justin is right there, 1B. To Shane's point, he can come out of this and pull himself out of it. There's been many a quarterback. But if you're the coach and you're not holding Justin to Justin played all right, no, you're doing Justin a disservice. Accountability is key. Justin, if you see my tape breakdown, then you'll see me holding him to the fire. There's pockets there. There's NFL pockets. And there's times when you're getting pressure and you see, for example, I'm just going to walk through one play, Shane. And this is the difference between an average quarterback and a great one. It's dash, pass, right. It's a concept, curl or flat to flag. It's very simple.
Trying to kill me with this play.
We run this play on our 3rd and 4th grade. My son Tate reads it. So the outside receiver runs the curl or flat. Out, whatever you want to call it. The inside slot receiver runs the flag. If they're playing cover 2, it's a cover 2 beater. In this game, it was. They actually switched responsibilities. If you remember the play, Braxton Jones pulls and is going to block front side and give Justin the outside leverage to get outside the pocket and dash. They're on the opposite hash. Cole Kmet blocks backside. Justin has plenty of time. He gets to the hash. He puts the ball up in the air. He's off balance, and Darnell Mooney is turning to run the flag. The flat defender, which is the corner, jumps up on the curl. Right then and there, in your head, as any quarterback, high school quarterback, you are turning and looking and throwing right before you get to the hat because the safety is standing facing you. There's no way. So what does Justin do? Yeah, he completes it. PFF gives him a fucking 28-point up, thumbs up extra because he runs another 6 steps and then throws sidearm, and Darnell Mooney has to wait for it, and it's a 17 whatever yard gain with the safety now gathering himself and tackling Darnell Mooney. No one thinks anything of it. The crowd goes away. We move the chain. But if you look at it, if he gets to the hash, made his decision, throws the ball like an NFL fucking football player should, Mooney catches the ball in stride, touchdown Bears. You think it changes the game? Inches matter. Moments, steps, accountability. All of this stuff is not happening in Chicago. And that's just one fucking play that was it becomes a completion. Why are you upset? I'm telling you why I'm upset. It's the difference between winning and losing right there in one fucking play.
And Wilma, you're 100% wrong. 100% wrong. There's plenty of quarterbacks that would have ripped the ball with the guys that were as open as they were. Yes, Justin can get you out of trouble a lot of times and make plays that other quarterbacks can't. I understand that. He had guys open, even as bad as the Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patrick.
Oh my God.
Awful.
Yes.
People want to hold Nate Davis's feet to the fire. Bill talked about it on his tape breakdown. Go to the tapeneverlies.com to check that out. It's almost 30 minutes of comprehensive, intense breakdown. You'll see there. And I know there's been a lot of people defending Nate Davis, and they're right. He was nowhere near. I think PFF had him for 9 pressures, which
it's bullshit.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's
he
crazy.
Did allow 2 pressures, and he didn't have a great game either. But
no, but
9.
Yeah, they had him. I believe they had him graded as the lowest graded offensive lineman in football.
In football,
yeah,
and they didn't have Lucas Patrick lower than him.
Well, I believe they had.
That's a joke.
I believe at one point they had Justin Fields graded higher than Jordan Love.
How is that even comprehensible?
Exactly.
Seriously. That's why it's a joke.
I get it.
That's why I laugh at that thing. It's good for some things, but come on. I mean, I said it on the BHL, Shane. If it waddles like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And that's what it was. Everybody was ducking to get out of there, including Chase Claypool, who also had a terrible game.
Think about the mentality of a player with everything that went wrong for Chase Claypool in Pittsburgh, and then he gets shipped to Chicago, and it doesn't work out for a half season in Chicago. Then the entire off season wanting to get to camp, and you enter your first game on a fresh, clean slate, open book, fresh page. You go out there and that is the effort that you give. I have no words for it other than you're a piece of garbage.
Yeah,
as a football player, and you don't really give a fuck about your football career. I sent out a tweet. It said, "Looks like Tarzan plays like Claypool." That's what it is.
I mean, but this is also on the coaches. How is he not getting pulled after watching him just
that's if you're going to employ this philosophy.
But it's on them too.
Right, exactly.
Listen, you're not going to block, get the fuck out.
It's all part of it, but the fucking problem is they wanted to go with the horizontal offense where blocking is imperative, and every coach to a man, any person that you talk to about Equanimeous St. Brown, why'd you bring? Well, blocking. That's going to be the first thing they say. So they went horizontal where blocking is imperative, and they took one of their best blockers. They'll say best. I mean, I know how Phil feels about Mooney, and DJ Moore can block too. You removed him from the equation completely. Didn't even let him suit up. Why? How do you have this game plan where you're not on a short week? You're not even in a regular NFL week. This is the first game of the season at home with a starving fan base, with Justin Fields has everything on the line. Chase Claypool has everything on the line. DJ Moore's debut. Khalil Herbert has everything on the line. He wants to get paid. Everybody has their nuts on the line. Luke Getsy wants to be a head coach. Look at all the praise that he got down at the Senior Bowl. Do you think that there's a team in the NFL? JT O'Sullivan held his feet to the fire so fucking bad and essentially called him a fucking piece of garbage and had no words how to even describe what he's drawing up. Yeah. Do you think that there's a team anywhere that's going to go out and say, got to have this guy at head coach?
Well, I also said the same thing.
Yeah.
Too, but I've been saying it since last year. He's an unknown. And if he doesn't, listen, you can't come out of the half after
nobody has said Fields is done. Nobody has said that.
You can't go out in halftime. You're running 20 plays out of gun. Your offense is completely like a potpourri. You're throwing shit on the wall to see what sticks. Nothing. It's back to Nagy. I'm dead serious. Instead of just curls, it's bubbles. We're bubble screen.
Don Shoop used to do that too.
And let's be down 18 with a minute left and get one of your best playmakers on offense. I was shocked he wasn't on the injury report today. Darnell Mooney when it came out.
You know what?
Happy
it's
he
like
wasn't.
Cole Kmet, you paid this fucking guy. He is everything I thought he was, and worse. There's just simple angles to take.
Well, his first block on the fucking year, he just fucking dives,
whips, and falls on the ground. I mean, if that's what you're getting, get rid of the OC now. Oh, the Bears will never do that. Well, the Bears won't ever fucking win if they don't do it. Because football is not politics.
But
it's
Phil,
not.
We talked about this too. I said you spent so on offense, you were hoping for. We haven't even gotten into Braxton Jones, but
oh my god!
So you gave him the latitude to improve himself. You went all off season with Cody at center, and then shifted him to left guard. Brought in Lucas Patrick. You gave $30 million to Nate Davis. In the top 10, you drafted an offensive tackle, Darnell Wright. Then you drafted a guy that you put the label on yourself on draft day in the 4th round as a character franchise pillar and a guy that should have never been available in round 4. You go out and you sign Deontay Foreman. You go out and you sign Travis Homer.
Mercedes Lewis.
You go out and you sign Mercedes Lewis. You bring back Khalil Herbert, who led the NFL in average yards per carry last year. And on your very first critical down of the season, you handed it off to a fucking tight end.
You can't make
what other team in the NFL does that? Maybe Kansas City, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because they have superstars everywhere and they're 2-time Super Bowl champs, all of that. This team, why make it harder than it should be? Hand it off to Roshan. Hand it off to Deontay Foreman.
Got a fullback.
Hand it off to
Put
Khalil
Blazing
Herbert.
Game
Hand
front.
it off to Blazing Game. Just be simple. It's not that hard. I made the comment on BHL. It really felt like they said, well, we paid Cole, so today's the day that we have to showcase him to let the fucking world know that we were right.
Yeah.
And it, Phil, if you could have been here with me
let
live
tackle
on
to
that third down, I made my
save his
son
life.
almost fall out of his chair with the way that I screamed, because I'm like, it's not fucking changing. It's not changing. And it was that third down play to start the season. And you hand off to a fucking tight end.
They didn't
Why?
hand off, Shane. They actually let the tight end
right.
take the snap.
Right, exactly. And he bobbled that. Right.
He is not football savvy. Like, if there's one thing I could say about what you said, Kelsey, he's football savvy, a former quarterback himself. So Kansas City can kind of do that. Cole Kmet has the football IQ of Chase Claypool's blocking effort. It's not high. It's not high. So to do that is just it's just the cherry on top of pathetic. And to your point, it goes along with Getsy and the offense. Everything you just said, think about it. Drafted Darnell Wright, Nate Davis, put Whitehair at center, but we switched them because one guy got hurt. Tevin gets hurt. Let's move three guys to cover. That's the dumb shit, Simo and Eberflus and all of you fucks up there. You don't like us? Good. Because we're keeping it 100 to you. I said, you don't move two because you lost one. You keep it and you find a fucking replacement. Lucas Patrick, by far, was the worst offensive lineman on the field. On the whole field, probably in all of the games. Not Nate Davis, not even fucking close.
No.
Not even in the ballpark of close.
Phil, do you remember me saying to you, the move is to bank on the upside of Dieter Iceland rather than bet on Lucas Patrick, betting on a journeyman just to stay healthy. Let's not even talk about him being effective. He's a journeyman offensive lineman, and you can sit there and talk until you're blue in the fucking face about his leadership. If that is going to be the deciding factor in your season being positive or negative, a journeyman offensive lineman's leadership, then you are awful at what you're doing in year two. Awful.
Yeah. Shane, a shaded one. Easiest block. It's easy for a center. This fucking guy's missing, falling down. It's like, oh my God. And it's like, he's just a burled up Mustafa. Worse athlete. Mustafa might be more athletic. He's just top heavy, falling down. And to your point, I don't give two fucks. Find another leader. Cody should be the leader. You bank on upside and toughness.
You just voted on a bunch of fucking captains. Lucas Patrick wasn't one. There's your leaders.
God. It is a
Justin Fields, DJ Moore, Eddie Jackson, Tremaine Edmonds. There's your leaders.
If we didn't even, I'm never going to lie. If Lucas was on the show with us, if I had a man that I fucking idolized as a fan and a football offensive line coach early in my career was Olin Kreutz, and I'm arguing with him about Mustafa. I'm never going to hide from the truth. That's what this network stands for. Like, we're not here to see, we were right. We're here to remind you this shit we've been saying all offseason. And then they get to the point where it's got to be a playoff. Maybe they know they're there every day. They may know better. Nope. Same old bullshit. Luke Getsy, number one problem is there's nothing that counteracts what it is you're doing. nothing. It's one play. We can go through the whole tape. It's like, okay, under center, we run for 8. Next play, we're in shotgun and we're attacking the fucking sideline on a bubble. Okay, it's 3rd and 1. Let's go empty. Let's be tricky. Let's be cute and bring the tight end. Nope, didn't get it. Now let's go down and do what we should have done before. Nope, don't get it. Even though it might have been close, we didn't get it. Now we're going in shotgun 20 more times. Let's let Justin throw. Let's see if he can
feel like
he's not figuring it out.
Doesn't it feel like that's going to be the game plan this weekend now, Phil? Because everybody said you went horizontal. Now they're going to come out and it's going to, you can get the fucking Rex Grossman t-shirts back out where it says, fuck it, we're going deep. That's what it feels like. That's going to be their answer.
Get under center. Get the Mercedes Lewis might have been your best offensive player out there. I'm serious. Every play he was in there, blocking per sound, down block, doubles, gets up on the backer, destroys the backer, runs through. Get 2 tight ends, establish the run, let Justin action game off of it. And unfortunately, Justin's going to have to fucking be the secondary as he builds his confidence up to be a down the field anticipation thrower. Because I got news for you. If he can't do it, he ain't the guy, because that's what the NFL is. I'm sorry. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Let me be clear, because some of these people try to twist shit. I'm not saying he is anything right now. That was the piss poor game. He showed every diabolical thing that could say you are never going to make it. Now it's up to him to get back to the things that we saw him growing on before. So those people that are going to stand on the side and blame the offensive line, I'm telling you it ain't. As bad as Lucas Patrick was, Justin had time to be an NFL passer and make those reads and trust your arm and throw the ball to the anticipation area. On the interception, he stares down the linebacker and throws it. He has the window on a flag route to DJ Moore wide open if he just stood down, stare at the linebacker, and throw, because you know the route in your head. You know it. He doesn't know it. He doesn't trust it. He's ready to run, and that is a bad sign. It is. And unfortunately, there's going to be people out there, and he's going to have to withstand it and build and trust his arm and be better. But Getsy is the number 1 problem. Justin is the number 2. He's going to have to wind himself out of this. So the Bears are going to have to get Getsy the hell off the playbook, and you got to get under center, run the eye, let him use his legs, waggle out of there, run some screen game. Your fucking screen designs are Cole Kmet for screen. Right. What are we doing?
And you're fucking built for what you're asking for, Phil. That's exactly. If you didn't have the personnel for it, I could understand. But they're built for it.
100%.
You brought Blazing Game back. You beefed up. You went and got a fucking road grader at right tackle. Why do you think they brought in Mercedes Lewis? That's the entire fucking point. It's so, I know I say this all the time, but it's so Chicago. They're more worried about, just like being totally fucking clueless. Sending out, this will fire up the fan base. We're wearing orange. Let's fire up the fucking, give me a fucking break.
Well, I love it. They're so secretive. You can't videotape our practices. Yeah. So you come out with these fucking plays are so incredible that nobody can see them happening.
Listen, I spoke to Cool Kennedy earlier today, and he was telling me that Ron G had his camera out, was filming something, and somebody from the Bears organization during it yells out and points out Ron G to the people. He didn't take Ron's phone, and I'm paraphrasing it. Hey, look at this guy. He's going to be the reason why we lost to Green Bay. It was a Bears media person pointing out poor Ron G that he's the reason.
I wish I would have been there for that.
Practice.
He's a fucking Ron G,
oh
the killer.
My fucking blame Ron G that you sucked yesterday.
Game plan killer.
Oh my God!
I would love to be the dude that they said that to. I would love to be the dude that they yelled that to, because I would fucking hammer them verbally with that. They throw you out, they throw you out. I mean, give me a fucking break. It's so embarrassing.
It is. The coach is embarrassing. I don't care what anybody says.
Well,
I saw the coach is embarrassing. If you know everybody in the room knows everything, then you just fall on your sword a little bit for your team and yourself, because it sucked, coach. It sucked. And you know what? I will say this and keep it 100 with you. The reason why Beja isn't number 2 is because somebody's afraid that maybe that's going to cause some controversy for Justin. And the fans are going to say, well, it's going to happen anyway, you fucking dumbasses. You made it even worse because Justin has to step up. You can't be worried. Listen, this is the Bears. This is the Bears. I'm telling you right now. Well, we just put out 7 posters of Justin, and he's our media darling. He's the guy. Well, if he ain't the guy, then he ain't the fucking guy. That's up. That's it. Football is your team. The game is most important, not the advertisements. But, coach, we just invested a poster. No. The best always play. That's why the politics are so fucking thick. And we, just like you said to me, Shane, the other day, Kevin Warren, you come in here, you don't have a honeymoon either. You got to change this shit. It can't be, another year. Everyone's pointing fingers at it. It's not Justin. You can't be afraid to criticize Justin. Come on.
No, exactly. Terrible. And I don't think that Justin is above. I think Justin wants that. I think he wants to be criticized. Exactly. I think he wants to be coached hard. I really do. But Phil, if we just look way down the fucking road, let's just say this season bottoms out and the Bears are in the same fucking position that they were at the end of last offseason. So then Caleb Williams is there, and at that point, obviously you're taking him. But the fucking
best quarterback I've seen in 20 years. I'll say it right here.
Let's not even get. We're not going to get into the analysis part of it there. My point is, if you bottom out and you get there, you have to fucking clean house with the fucking coaching staff. You have to.
I said the same thing to former Bear.
You gave John Fox Jay Cutler because of the fucking contract that Emory gave him.
Exactly.
You move along. You knew goddamn well when John Fox was on his last year, and then you bring in Mitch. So you waste the first year completely with that. You did the same thing with Justin Fields and Matt Nagy. You wasted his first year. You cannot make the same mistake for the third time. You can't do it.
I am step for step with you, Shane. We haven't talked about it, but I did talk about it. There is zero chance of running this back if you finish 3-10 or worse. You do not give this shoe salesman number 2.0 another shot. He's got to prove his merit and range in. I'm sorry. If you don't like the truth, I'm telling you, my father, if they played like that, I know my dad, Coach O, and he would say, that is on me. And that will never happen again. And everybody in that fucking locker room would know it. And there is nothing wrong with that. If you're going to sit on your high chair as a Bears fan and say, well, what coach does come out and say that? Winning coaches do.
Yeah.
Because the expectation is you're a reflection of me. If I see you fucking walking out there on a bubble or you take the wrong angle, that's on me. Get him the fuck out. That's how you coach. That's how I coach these little guys are on their toe. We're running waggle and screen. I got people going, holy shit, how are these kids? Because you believe in something and you teach it and you expect it. You can talk all you want. You can talk all you want, but you can't ever let go of accountability and expectation. And when a real coach steps to the podium and fans have waited an entire offseason and show up and they were loud, and it was exactly what you said, Shane, a playoff atmosphere. And I got to watch the tape. Okay, you pulled that stunt on Sunday, but the next day, the next presser, it ain't okay anymore. This is the same yes men type of shit, and why the Bears continue to be that way.
You talk about accountability, and they asked Flu specifically about Chase Claypool, and everything's on the table. And to your point, Phil, you were spot on again with it. You need to come on. Yeah, absolutely. Him being inactive is on the table because we saw on the tape. Exactly. I can't sit here and try to employ this philosophy that I've been preaching every single day and let that slide. That's what he should have said today. And then
exactly,
if the Bears had if they were worth their salt, Chase fucking Claypool would have been at the fucking podium today. They would have sent him up there and said, yes, you're meeting the media. Instead, he declined to talk to the media today in the locker room. And that just tells you even more the mentality of Chase Claypool. And this goes back to Ryan Poles. This goes back to Ian Cunningham. This goes back to the player personnel, the pro player personnel guy when they consummated this trade. It's a red flag all the way around. You can't have your career on the line. Let's be honest. The only way Chase Claypool is going to make any type of generational wealth with a contract extension is by blowing up this year in Chicago. Because if he plays like with what we saw, he's going to get a 1-year minimum deal for someplace to prove it again, and he's going to do the same shit. This is it.
Zebra don't change his stripes, Shane.
No, exactly.
So you can wake up. There is no doubt the talent the kid has, but the effort, when you tap into effort, and Komet, we could talk about Komet later, but when you tap into effort, do you want to? It's a team game more than any other. No other game. I could throw 15 of you out to play fucking soccer now. You'll be in the game for a fucking 2 halves or whatever they call it, periods, whatever they got. You could be, you get on the football field. No, a team that's together versus anybody we throw out is going to get destroyed. Right. Football is like that. And we aren't seeing it here. We're not.
And I know he put hashtag doubt it, so he doesn't really believe in it, but this is the fucking point. He didn't just get ripped after this game. He was getting ripped in Pittsburgh for the same bullshit. He got ripped every game last year in Chicago for not showing up. He got ripped all offseason. Where was Chase Claypool?
Exactly.
His first time out, what he put on tape was pathetic, so pathetic that he's probably got a legitimate shot to be inactive, and then they're going to force Equinemius St. Brown back out there to be, a focal point of this offense, and they're going to go away from the horizontal part where he could technically be effective. It's just this coaching staff is their own worst enemy because they're not practicing what they preach publicly. They're really not.
I agree.
The hits philosophy in theory is great. You can say that it doesn't really matter, but in a team sport like football, players buy into shit like that if you're being true about it. They're not being held accountable. They're not. There's no fucking. As soon as you saw Chase Claypool give a half-ass effort on a block, you get on his ass, and if he fucking did it again, then you're fucking out.
Done. Exactly.
Out.
There's a
that's why he didn't last with Tomlin. Tomlin's a real coach.
Strike.
Tomlin doesn't fucking deal with that shit.
There's a 2-strike rule in football.
Just like
it ain't 3.
Raising a kid. Your kids
Shane,
are gonna fuck up.
There's a double point in it. Think about it. He did it wrong. He half-assed it. There's a play when Foreman is running to the left. His job is to get up the field and get on the safety. And I'm telling you, you have a big run. He goes up there, misses, whiffs,
right,
and goes like this. Shucks.
Mm-hmm.
Shucks.
He did that pretty much every time he missed a block.
And you know what?
He's like, oh
Getsy
shit.
kept calling it to the very end.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Damn right.
Getsy, the coaching staff, I'm sorry. That's what I said and how I questioned it. I said I would know. I know now. We're dealing with the same, maybe worse than Nagy. And this is why I'll tell you, in my mind, it might be worse, is because if you say the right things and do the opposite of it, you're worse off. Nagy had these flair, like, we got to find the whys, and he had excuses. He didn't say the right things for me. Flus has said the right things, and then he's dropped the ball all the time, including today. Everybody has a chance to grow. Until you look yourself in the mirror, we've all done shit wrong. I have many times had to look myself in the mirror and apologize for it and do better. And that's what a real coach would have done to the fans, to the team. And if you see Chase Claypool out there, your coach is not holding any kind of hits, philosophy, any of that. There's no accountability. There wasn't any on the field on Sunday. And I'm just letting you know, it's disappointing. Every one of you has every right to say what it is you want and boo every fucking time. The boo birds were out fairly. When Greg Olson is on a broadcast questioning the team's identity and effort, that's you, Coach Flus. That's your team. I would fucking call timeout. If you motherfuckers aren't going to play, get out. I don't care. You have to find a coach has to have that. Bill Belichick had to have it. People are, he's Bill Belichick. He had to get it, right? He built his culture. Parcells built his culture. Coach Kyle Shanahan built his culture. This is an organization that said, we drafted Trey Lance, traded up for him, and got him the fuck out of town because we found a better quarterback. And we want to win first. Not, wait, Trey is our poster boy. Yep. You do that. That's how you win Super Bowls.
Well, look at what Miami doing, Mike.
No.
Yep. But look what they did with Tua a couple of years ago. They were putting in Fitzpatrick, taking Tua out, putting in Fitzpatrick because they didn't think Tua was ready for certain situations. But look at Tua now. Look at where he's at now. But they made those decisions to say, you know what, he's not ready, and that's what that's what a good team does.
Last time I left the Bears game and was like, wow, that was a really well coached game. It's not there, guys. Vic Fangio made Nagy Coach of the Year. I said that on this stage. I'm just telling you. I'm trying very hard to be understanding to the process. But in year 2, you really show who's behind the curtain. And Ryan Poles, man, you really might have missed on this coach. And it's going to be I'm just going back to what you said. It's like, oh, the Bears never fire coaches, and that's the problem.
Right.
Let's stretch this out. Maybe Johnny will figure it out. When has Johnny ever figured it out?
It goes back.
It.
It goes back to the, if you look at it from a personnel standpoint, everybody's heard the phrase, it's better to get rid of a player a year too early rather than a year too late. That's the point. You cannot risk like I said, if you bottomed out and you were in Caleb Williams territory, or I don't know, I'm not as high on Drake May as
I like Drake.
I like him, but I'm not as high on him as probably most. But let's just say you're in the area of where you're going quarterback. You cannot make this. The blueprint has been there for Chicago. They've been down this road before. And I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but unfortunately, your point, the core of the issue is either going to explode this weekend.
Yep.
And you're going to get it and figure shit out, because guess what happens in week fucking 3? You think you're going to figure shit out against the Chiefs?
You better fucking blitz, that's for sure.
Do you remember the fucking counting of Patrick Mahomes? With the Bears fucking passing. Do you remember that shit? That shit'll happen again. You're damn right it will. And
I agree with you, man. It's frustrating. I will tell you, fans, if you really want to see the truth, sign up, become a patron, thetapeneverlies.com. There's plenty of patrons in the chat. There's 722, my favorite number. Now it's up to 26 of you here watching the show. Smash the like button. Let other people know we are back on iTunes.
Scan the QR code right there. Get over and check out DDP's almost 30-minute comprehensive tape breakdown. On the offense. Just on the offense, exactly.
Me and my dad will probably go live X's with the O's this Saturday, looking at the defense
for patrons only.
For patrons only. Listen, honestly, it takes a lot to cut tape when you are a head coach and you have a full-time job and a family. So to put my heart and soul into this was very difficult, because it's so disappointing as I'm coaching young kids to cut off block, reach block, solid block, get those linemen down, go up, fold block, get up on the back. When I see my young kids doing it and the Chicago Bears and the NFL can't do it, I don't know what there's. For example, coming out of the third quarter, Shane, it's on I break it down. One of my proud moments. There's a couple moments in this breakdown that I really show you, the fan, what's going on. But Justin's under center and they want to run the boot and he gets sacked. Remember this play? And everyone's like, oh my God. But it's on Braxton Jones as an offensive lineman, and you're running boot. If anybody's inside of you, you have to block that person. No matter what, you have to get that person and make the outside guy be the last man to get tricked, which, if you look at it, the outside guy does. However, Braxton just goes down, Shane. Totally avoids the guy inside shaded. He's inside of you in a 4-eye, and he just goes by him. That guy goes up the field, sacks Justin. There you go. Oh, they can't even run boot. No, it would have been open had you done it right. So, yes, who's Simo? Chris Morgan, who I've called out many times. My dad has called out. Like, what are you teaching these guys? There should be rules on the offensive line for every play. Every play has to have an answer. They're just throwing shit up in the air. So maybe me and JT O'Sullivan, get him on the show with me. We'll both bury this dude. because it's a fucking travesty.
Yeah.
And I've told you this many before. The good old boy network happens. And you bring, did Flus even know Getsy? Or did someone say, hey, take this guy? That's a problem to me. I want someone I know that can coach defense if I'm the offensive coordinator or the head coach, especially the head coach. Yeah, I'm the head coach. I'm an offensive guy. I want someone I know knows defense that maybe has given me problems my whole life.
Especially as your first go at it when you've been through so many job interviews to become a head coach. You know, why you would ever risk it? I mean, I could have my agent come to me and say, hey, here's this guy, and this guy that I think they're really good for what you want to do. And just because they provide you that list, let's be honest, maybe a lot of people don't realize this. Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus share the same agent. I don't know if a lot of people know that. They do.
No.
So we'll see. But yeah, you have to have a feel for the person, and can that get done in 8-hour meeting? Maybe you can get an idea, but it's like you said, unfortunately, most of the time it does not work out. It's to the point, Phil, where it's so hard. I was talking to Ryan Cox about this. It's so hard to turn on a game for almost any other team. And so their quarterback gets sacked on second down, and there's a play on offense, and it's 3rd and 16. When that happens to the Bears, one of two things are going to happen. Justin Fields is either going to have an amazing run, or it's going to be an incomplete pass, or they're going to run draw, and it's going to be 4th and 12. That's it. Any other team, it's just like, oh, okay, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 16. I'm not saying that they get it all, but you see some competency. And it's just like, all right, boom, we converted on to the next. With the Bears, they finally break out and they get a great play. They scored the touchdown. Justin had the nice touchdown pass to Darnell Mooney. And what's the first thing as a Bears fan that pops into your head? Oh, they're going to miss the extra point. All right, they're going to get gashed on the return, or the defense is going to lay flat, and they're going to give up a touchdown. And that's the mentality. We're so beaten down as a fucking fan base because we've seen this so often. You have no confidence yourself in this team because you don't believe in the leadership. You don't believe that the players' mentality is where it needs to be. Every time I look at Jaquan Brisker now, you think that the fucking fans at Soldier Field aren't going to fucking boo? Of course, they should. They've been here long before you, Jaquan. They're going to be here long after you, Jaquan. And I know I sent out a tweet talking about it, and Greg Gabriel said, well, I don't agree with you because there's been so much turnover. It has nothing to do with this year. I'm 47 years old, and I've been kicked in the nuts repeatedly as a Chicago Bears football fan. And when you see the same fucking issues over and over and over again on the field, incompetence at coaching, questionable personnel moves, questionable ownership moves. Yes, do you know when they say that, oh, well, I've been working on my footwork all off season. Well, then they default to what is comfortable for them when they're getting blitzed. They revert to their shitty footwork. Fans are going to revert to what they're comfortable with and what they're used to, and that's getting the shit kicked out of them and pissed on by this franchise.
I agree. And Shane,
I mean, that's why when we beat New England last year, everybody's like, here we go. Here we go. This is the turnaround. Jay Cutler takes the Bears in Lambeau the night they retired Favre's jersey on Thanksgiving. John Fox first year, beat Green Bay, upset. Here we go. Here's the turnaround. And then the next week, it happens all the time. And
Ted
it never
Phillips
gets better.
Was a part of hiring with Bill Polian, Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus with Brian Poles. Again, young GM, he's going to get another shot at a coach. He deserves that. I like what he's done with personnel. But for me, Shane, it is the head coach that causes you that trauma.
Phil.
It does.
I've never been as quick as you have been to judge coaches, but I'm fully there with you now because there's this past Sunday was an absolute fucking worst case scenario that unfolded. It really was. And people that don't believe or they want to call Phil and Shane fucking morons. Oh, you guys are overreacting. People that worked in the league that we know or we've been connected to and say, oh, you guys are just being fucking fanboys. And guess what? You can go down to Tampa and let's just say the fucking Bears go out and play good and fucking win. And guess what it means? Nothing, because we don't know what the fuck they're going to do next week in Kansas City, except 95% of America is going to say they're going to get fucking boat raced. Now, if you want to play the Chiefs and go up there and punch them in the fucking face and shock the world, then I'll give you some fucking credit.
Right.
I will.
That's the only way.
But until then, I'm not going to fucking bow down and kiss your fucking feet because you beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. I'm not going to. That's not going to change my perspective. You completely shit down your leg against your rival who fucking owns you, just like Aaron Rodgers said. True story. They fucking do. You shit down your leg. You told all the fucking fans there, fuck you. We're not prepared. They weren't fucking prepared, Phil.
Not at all.
On tape.
It's there on tape. And it goes back to the yes man, mentality. If you're going to hire a yes man, okay, then you probably love stats and shit. But if you hire a personality that takes every inch of every game to heart, that's what I've always talked about in finding a maniacal head coach. And Jim Harbaugh has always been my number one guy because he might be crazy.
Yeah,
half of you are all fucking
it's
crazy.
It's
every
important
fucking
for you to
situation.
It's important for you to when you say maniacal, you're not saying ripping the fucking helmet off the player and berating them. But that's what people think. And it's not true. It's 3rd and 1 fucking you're going to break down every little fucking goddamn detail.
Let me tell you.
If Chase Claypool doesn't want to get involved, goodbye. Off the fucking field. Go sit down. Next man up.
Yeah, here's what a maniacal coach is. Again, I lived with one. My dad. So my dad would watch the opponent for the next week, and he'd find the one fucking weak link on their defensive line. And then in a critical moment, he would do everything in his fucking power to find the matchup there and get the yards to gain, to move the chains and continue the drive. There was always a thought. And then there was chess involved where we're going to give them this 3 times with fully knowing we're setting up something else. There's none of that. Every play is setting up the next play. Kyle Shanahan does that. I watch this guy. He is maniacal. He gets it. And it's not what Shane is telling you. It's understanding that everything. Look at Coach Eberflus. He's how many years of coaching? I was defensive coordinator in Missouri. You don't know one motherfucker that you love as an offensive guy. I don't care what he runs, that you trust, and all that time you pick a guy that someone told you as your offensive coordinator for your first job. Well, he runs Green Bay. No, he didn't. He didn't call shit in Green Bay. What did he do? Get on the ear set? Hey, Aaron, what do you think about? No, this is a problem. We can't just sit here. Football is a game of inches. The line of scrimmage is one. That's where the game is won. And we go in shotgun fucking 28 times to some. That's the problem. Get your pride aside and look at Justin Fields and what he does. I would win with Justin. 100. I would have beat Green Bay's ass. I guarantee it. You can laugh. You can laugh. I know it. Donta Foreman, my tailback. Kari Blazingame, my full. Mercedes Lewis, my tight end, with Cole Kmet rotating in, being the move. My wide receivers are DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney. Scott is playing the slot. Let me come at you and run some fucking power game at you. Oh, it's 3rd and 3. Okay, I'm fucking running power again. Block the guy. You think fucking I'm moving White here from center? No. Oh, who do we have? Upside. He can fucking move people. He doesn't get pushed around. But he's not experienced. I don't give a fuck. Know your assignment. Get up the field and block the guy. And we're running. Now, oh, it's 3rd and 3 again, Shane. Guess what? We gave him power last time. Now we're going fucking power pass. Cole Kmet's coming over in motion. Oh, here comes power. Nope. Cole fakes, runs the flag. DJ Moore coming back on the post. He comes back, looks. Oh, Blazing Game's open. Here's the post. Boom. 28 yards down to the 3. Oh, 3rd. We're 2nd and 3. Okay. We're running belly left. I'm going to give it to my fullback. Right up the fuck. Oh, try to stop him. Oh, touch it. Oh, I got to get Justin a stat. Let's run waggle. Let's throw it. No. Pound it the fuck in there and score. That's how you win. It's in the details of running the ball first with Justin. We don't have Tom Brady. Sit back in the pocket, in the shot, anticipates, here it comes. This is the dumb shit that I see the Chicago Bears forever. You get these ego-minded, I'm going to run my offense. No, do what Justin does. Now we're going to run dash with 2 fucking backs leading for him. He follows them. Who's stopping that? Nobody. I'm telling you right now. Tight end right, Mercedes Lewis, Shane.
Right.
Bring the receiver in motion. Now we're running fucking Blazing Game and Rashawn Johnson to the right, leading Justin as he follows. Who's stopping me? No, Justin, score. Right up. We're on the 6-yard line. He's in. He's fucking in. We're power game. We're a power team. You came out there and you got bullied. You got bitch slapped by a team that owns you.
Easier for your most important piece on offense. It just makes things easier for him. Right. No, I hear you. But we do have this.
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Oh no! We suck again!
That was the breaking news.
Yeah. Shouldn't be breaking news. It's more so implied at this point. You know what I mean? That's the.
Sorry, I got fired up, Shane. That would be my way of turning this fucking team around. You built it like that, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, Phil. And I mean, I know we're about an hour and 10 minutes in here, but just to turn the page and talk a little bit of positivity. And I think it's important because was very few positives, but you could see the mentality of what this team should be in the rookie running back in Roschon Johnson, that they waited way too long to put him in there. And again, this is not a shot at Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert has always been the change of pace guy. You and I have been pounding that table all offseason, and people just assumed that since he led the league in yards per carry, that he would do it as a starting back in the NFL. And that's not who he is. He's a guy that you bring in, change of pace, can come in, get you a big screen, get you a big chunk play, and that's perfectly fine. Right. But if you want to serve the fucking dinner, if you want to set the fucking table and be the aggressive power team that you're built for and should be, it's going to start with number 23.
Right. I agree. And
you keep on running him.
You
keep on running him and Foreman, and then you bring in that ultimate change of pace guy and Khalil Herbert. And then that opens up everything for Justin Fields. They're trying to think 20 steps ahead. And like you said, Phil, how many times have you just said they're playing Madden? Like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. They're going play to play to play. You should have a play that you're running in the fucking first quarter that you're setting up a play in the third quarter.
Exactly.
With your formation. And you're just not seeing that in Chicago. Yes, there's some points. There's just, when was the last time the Bears have shown any type of consistency on offense? I mean, we look
95,
New England. Well, I'm just saying, I'm not even talking a season. That would just be crazy. Holy shit. Can you imagine? I'm talking about in a game.
You're talking about a game.
So you're talking like New England last year, where they surprised me. Pittsburgh, Justin Fields rookie year. You know what I mean? Where they got
kung fu kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they're overthinking. They're overthinking.
I agree, bro.
Stupid. That
ask Claudio.
Have the KISS philosophy. Keep it simple, stupid. Get out there and make them fucking. Just because you run and it gets stuffed, those power runs are going to pay off in the third and fucking fourth quarter when you have backs like Deontay Foreman and Roschon Johnson. That's going to make Khalil Herbert even more effective. When they're bruised and battered, do you think they want to see QB1 fucking rolling out? No.
Exactly.
But they're force feeding the baby with a fucking shovel, bro. That's what they get to the goal line,
and they run a play where nobody
does anything.
And Justin takes a fucking sack on top of it. It's like, and they asked Eberflus about, well, what was that play? Well, we talked to him. He knows he's going to do it. Yeah, he knows he's going to do it. No, that's not how it works, coach. He knows he's going to do it. It's just over and over. How many penalties? How many times was Komet or Braxton Jones moving too early? It's like,
Phil, in the entire first half,
dumbasses.
You could see it on TV. You're like, yeah,
the screen to Herbert, Komet
terrible.
Moves early. We got away with it. It's without a doubt. And then Braxton, again, you and I have been step for step. Obviously, we're coming together here tonight to talk about the Chicago Bears' pathetic performance.
But all the fans should, we're not here spouting bullshit to be negative. You don't think that we want to react, and have something positive to talk about? Of course we do. We're telling you the truth. And there can be people in the chat, people on Twitter, people on our message boards, on from Facebook pages.
Illinois.
Yes. Don't put the S
or
on
Noi.
Noi. Yeah.
that annoy me.
But you guys
that annoys the shit out of me. Yeah, Illinois.
I did it on purpose because we're not from Illinois or Noi.
We're not even from Boston. But anyways, it's tough. We're not talking bullshit. Yes, it sucks as Bears fans. Everybody wanted to be able to rejoice. Everybody wanted to be able to fucking tweet Peter Bukowski and tell him to go fuck himself. And guess what? Shit has changed. And we can't do that shit now. I mean, our patron EJ, he talks more shit than anybody with every fucking fan base on Twitter. And he's like, bro, I'm going to have to get off Twitter for a while now. Just concentrate on other things. I talk so much shit. But that's what it is. We all want EJ that. Jones. But, oh, man, it sucks. If there was positive shit there to talk about, we would gladly talk about it. The Bears have been a negative franchise for a long, long time. And they'll take one step forward and they automatically go 4 steps back. And it's just, I mean, come on. It's crazy. I just feel like if this goes left, you're going to see them behind the scenes push even harder for the stadium deal in Arlington Heights to get this to push through, to deflect. Really? 100%,
man. I trust
100%. I feel like that will be the Kevin Warren's going to be out there and he's going to have a fucking presser, and it's all the Bears fans. Look what you got coming in 2027 and 2028. Yes, I know we're 2-9 right now, but it's good. Just give us another 7 years, Bears fans. We're gonna get there. We're gonna have new shoes, and it's gonna make us run faster. Remember when you were a kid and you thought you got new shoes, you could fucking run faster, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah. The Reebok pumps.
Right.
Claudio thought his vert.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up. The reality is, it's disheartening because the politics and the yes men and the hype of a culture that you want to get behind. I always will say this to you fans. It always starts with the head coach. It's the most important thing in football. The culture that he states has to be consistent all throughout, not just the team and the locker room like some of these nerds and blog boys, but also with the upper management, with the fans. It's got to be consistent that the expectation is this, and it's for everyone. The fucking secretary, the fucking president, all of them have to get on board with what it is we're doing. And I will say this, Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham were saying they're looking for guys that love football. That's I'm step for step with that. I like a lot of the moves. You guys know who I didn't want Cole Kmet signed. I wanted to improve it. And I didn't like Jervon Dexter or Baelish Jones and some of these other moves, right? I didn't like, but for the most part, for the team, don't backpedal yourselves as well in saying, oh, yeah, he didn't. No, the pieces for dinner are there. The groceries were purchased. I like it. I'm okay with it, right? Even if 15 or 20% I don't agree with, right? I still am going to win. It's the head coach's job to get it right. If you're looking at your offensive coordinator and they're doing things that you would never, ever agree to, and you stay quiet, you're the wrong guy. That's being maniacal. No, Getsy, this is not okay. We can't be in fucking practice. We can't be in practice running. What's your game plan this week? Like, what is our identity?
But don't you
We've
just
had a
feel
whole
like
off season?
Don't
There's
you just
no
feel
identity.
like they're gonna fucking go completely oppo from what it was this week.
Shane.
I do, Phil.
2 bubbles to start the game, I'm gonna lose it.
No, we might actually see them come out and him
throw deep.
Say early and fucking often. I'm just fucking saying, but that can't be the game plan. Can't be just fucking the polar opposite because that's what everybody's calling for. It's got to be dictated on what you see on tape that Tampa is going to give you. And are they smart enough to do that? I mean, Jesus, were they smart enough to not run the fucking play that almost got Darnell Mooney killed with a minute left? I mean,
anybody defending anything Bears and Coach.
And why the fuck is not a fucking question from anybody in the fucking media? Like, Coach, you don't want your important players to get hurt, but you're down
preseason.
You're down 18 with a minute left, and Darnell Mooney, who's coming off-season ankle surgery, gets lit up on a play that you've ran 17 times for 6 yards this game. Why? Did that make you mad, Coach? Did you talk to your OC about that, Coach?
Shane, you should
crazy.
TTNL should have credentials, but we would be so afraid. Two more.
Yeah, they would.
Two more.
Hate
One
us.
more. They would hate us because I always want our media to back them in a corner that you have to answer. That's what you just did. That's exactly what you just, and that is where this team has to go. I'm sorry. People laugh at me because Phil looks tired. Phil was probably drinking. I don't drink alcohol, number one. I ran off the practice field, Shane. I went to work. I got home for 30 minutes. I get the ball back, get the boys dressed. I go over to practice by 5:15. Open up the field house, set up practice, go out there, run practice till 8:15. Got off the field, drove home, ran into the house, sat down with a fucking Powerade Zero. That's why. Fucking dumbass blog boys.
Oh, that's
fucking
the thing, dude.
I want to see some of you do that and commit yourself to this team.
Well, I've had a couple people reach out to me about that stuff, and I had the same conversation. I'm like, guys, listen, this isn't our TTNL is not our full-time job, and I think sometimes people forget that. I mean, Phil, you and I hadn't talked today, and you texted me at like 1:30. I'm like, bro, where the fuck are you?
Where are you?
Exactly.
I didn't hear from you all day. Yeah, because Shane's out there busting his ass and doing his thing. I'll settle down when I fucking want to. Cower. Jesus Christ, I'm fired up. I'm also tired and upset with a professional franchise with a franchise quarterback trying to run the fucking run and shoot with a guy that is better off in power game. But at Ohio State, Phil, he was in the shotgun and he ran the read option. At Ohio State, it's college. Ohio State will line up against Youngstown State, Wichita State, and every other fucking state and probably beat everybody until they play Michigan. And then that's what that is. Now you got to take the talent and mold it into what it does best. And the Bears, Nagy, clueless. Eberflus and Getsy, clueless. I don't give a fuck if Poles has a plan. The plan can't be for next year because you're going to get yourself destroyed and you're going to ruin Justin this year. And I'm telling you, Justin was horrible. His mechanics, his decisions, his ability to anticipate, his ability to just stand in the pocket and deliver. He's standing down. I've never seen a fucking quarterback, even on the touchdown. I told Shane on the touchdown, if you watch him, he squats down and then kind of just moseys tall and just launches it.
But
it gets the wide.
But what did I say? I said that just shows you how
talented.
fucking talented he is that he
Exactly.
could get that delivered where he delivered the ball. And again, I clip whatever you want from our show and manipulate it and try to hold it against us and use it whatever the fuck way you want. We are speaking the truth here. Phil is not off the Justin Fields train. Shane is not off the Justin Fields train. Nobody from TTNL is writing Justin off, but we're going to hold him accountable when the tape shows that he didn't play well. Yes, the offensive line was a part of it, but when I see the offensive line breaking down, I can also put a fucking play up for you. And if you're a patron, Phil showed you a half an hour of it today where the fucking play is there to be made. When you get upset about 2 targets for DJ Moore, Eberflus is right. And he, in not so many ways, didn't come right out and hold Justin's feet to the fire, but he was asked that specifically. Why only 2 targets for DJ Moore? And he said, well, got to throw him the ball when he's open. Or he'd have more targets. Who do you think he's referring to there? The quarterback.
Exactly.
But you have to feel that if he's going to say that publicly, that they're going to rip him apart privately and tell him, this is not good enough, Justin. Just like with Chase Claypool. If you go out there and see any more of that from Chase Claypool in Tampa, if he dresses, then he needs to be fucking inactive and gone. Gone. Trade him for a conditional 7th if a team is dumb enough to do it and say, you know what? We fucked up. We're cutting our fucking losses, and that's it. Because if he goes out and does it again this weekend, that's all you need to know about Chase Claypool. Herb Howard, I don't know if he's in the chat tonight. I know he watches most weeks. He had the meter, the health meter there, or not health meter, but the meter for Chase Claypool, about like his confidence meter in Chase Claypool.
Oh, okay.
People were asking him where it was. I mean, what? And Herb was like, what's the purpose of even talking about it? It's the fucking meter went backwards so fast it fucking broke. Yeah, it's less than 0.
My boy Herb. Listen, Mike D, great point. Great coaches play to their players' strengths. Terrible coaches implement their philosophy regardless of talent. Exactly.
Who's that? Yeah, Matt Nagy, right?
Matt Nagy.
And
I'm seeing it now with Getsy. I'm seeing it with Alan Williams.
Listen, and I'm not defending Alan Williams here, Phil, but this is critical. This is Matt fucking Eberflus's defense. What Matt Eberflus wants, Matt Eberflus is going to fucking get.
I totally
remove
agree.
the offense from this. You can make this. I know he sits in on offensive meetings and QB meetings and all of that stuff. The defense is what he is going to default to because that is what he has always been. This is Matt Eberflus's defense. And everybody fucking knows that if you know anything about football, if you can create pressure with your front 4, of course, that's going to help you win football games. And that is the easiest fucking way. This front 4 isn't anywhere near good enough to do it. Adam Hogue today, I had to fucking laugh because he's like,
oh no,
people are out there saying that they need to blitz more on defense, but that's not what this defense is. That's not what they do. Well, you fucking better, because you can't get to the quarterback. I don't get. I mean, you're in the NF fucking L, and you're telling me that you can't come up with a fucking game plan to blitz your fucking players to create pressure. Why are you giving up 3rd and 12? Why are you giving up 3rd and 16, 3rd and 18, 3rd and 22? Because you're trying to get there with your front four that can't fucking do it. We saw a 3rd and 1, and Andrew Billings wasn't on the fucking field, but fucking Dominique Robinson was. What? What are we doing here?
Adam Hogue said that.
It goes back to this defense does.
That's
well,
you better do something different. It goes back to Mike D's point, which one I've always said.
Like saying to your kid, here's the keys to the vet. You didn't crash it last time. Fuck the seatbelt. You're fine. You're fine. Exactly. I've driven it a bunch. I've never crashed it. Go.
Yeah, you can't.
So dumb.
You can't stay in something that you don't have the talent to do. So, okay, well, the Colts back in the day ran it. Well, they had Dwight Freeney and Robert, what was his name? The edge rusher. Mathis. The Bears had Adwale, Agunlie, and Alex Brown,
Mark
and
Anderson.
they had Mark Anderson, who was like what you're talking about, Khalil Herbert, the closer, the screwball. He did that one thing really well, and that worked on 3rd and long. This team is not built that way.
No.
Dominique Robinson, I've said this before, Travis Gibson should have made this team. That whole scheme shit was a lie. It's bullshit.
How you let him, and listen, in no Chicago Bears world was he not good enough to make this defensive line the way that it's constructed.
Exactly.
No fucking way.
Rasheem Green does nothing for me.
But on that 3rd and 1 that we're talking about, Phil, it was Rasheem Green,
Dominique Robinson,
rookies,
right?
Jervon and Pickens.
Exactly.
On a fucking 3rd and 1.
With the game close. It was 10-6.
10-6. In what fucking world on a 3rd and 1 is Andrew Billings not on the fucking field? DeMarcus Walker not on the fucking field. It's pure fucking lunacy. To me, it points that, we're going to put these kids in positions that they're going to see, because the outcome of this doesn't really matter. But we want to put these guys in on these money downs to get the experience. And if that's the fucking case this year, then it's a big fucking problem.
And they should be fired. I'm sorry. It's negligence. You don't sit back in your shitty fucking cover 2 zone. You have to be aggressive. You have to do what's best for your team. If that means to stunt, give false looks and blitz, then you got to do it. This is what we do. That's what the worst coaches do. They just play their system and they try to make it work, and I'll beat them every time. Anybody will. You got to adapt. And I have zero confidence in Alan Williams. I have zero confidence in Luke Getsy. And that is a reflection of the confidence.
And you're gonna be able to tell a lot about the head coach this weekend.
Oh my God. There's no other time. How do these players respond? They quit no matter how they try to manipulate it. I know, as you brought up, my boy Brisker can't shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Allow your fan base to be upset and take a goddamn long look in the mirror. I love Brisker. Loved him coming out of Penn State. But somebody on the Chicago Bears needs to step in and say, listen, there's certain things that you don't say. And the number one thing is you never call out the fans for their emotion.
I can give you the exact quote if you give me a second.
Go ahead. I will pontificate on emotion. Some people laugh at emotion. They see a kid crying. They see a coach tearing up with emotion. That is the strength of a man, is that emotion, that passion. The fan base showed up. They showed out. They were loud. I heard it. Claudio and we heard it. We wanted to see that. They were there. And then you guys decided to play pathetic. Pathetic. Some people paid $600 fucking dollars to watch that game. You imagine?
So
600.
this is from the Jaquan Brisker is going to be doing a weekly spot on 670 The Score the day after the game. And this is what he said. Brisker said, while emphasizing he understands where Bears fans are coming from and their frustration, he said, we need the fan. I just wish the fans had our back and wouldn't be booing so early in the games. Bears fans should have our back a lot more and just be patient. The first or second quarter, that's early, Brisker says. The clock didn't hit 0 yet. The game wasn't over. Brisker wants to turn over a new leaf. Well,
they also were booing the offense.
Yeah,
Brisker, because it was pathetic. They didn't execute. They had so many letdowns.
Yeah, they're booing the entire team. But
listen, a show going on Broadway, Shane, that's been there consistently. Whatever.
Yeah,
get the Bears blog on here to give me one. Whatever one that's been on Broadway forever. But then they have a new cast that don't give a fuck about the play. Fans should boo. Oh, but it's whatever. Les Miserables. I found one in my head. It's Les Mis. Everybody loves Les Mis. It's been on fucking Broadway for 30 years. It sucked.
Right.
Own it, Brisker.
So I tweeted, and I know some people got pissed off, and I just quote tweeted 670 The Score and Jaquan. I said, we've been patient. It's too early to boo. Maybe it's too early to take bad angles and miss tackles and guess like you've been doing. Talk less and produce. This isn't the fans' fault. This is who this organization has been for decades, and blaming the fans is lacking accountability, which has been a Chicago Bears staple. And there's people that, comment, why are you even a fan? If they piss you off for showing emotion and telling you to relax after one game, then why should you even be a fan? You have 31 other teams for you to go root for. I mean, that Elise, I guess it was the name of that person. It's just that it doesn't even make any fucking sense. And they're probably trying to impress Jaquan Brisker or whatever. It is what it is. And I don't want to back and forth with that, whoever that person is on Twitter. But I mean, come on. That was 100% boo worthy. And Jaquan, you were down 18 when the fucking clock hit zeros. The game was decided for quite a long time. Let's be fucking honest. You got a little bit of life with the Fields to Mooney touchdown. Then, unfortunately, Jaquan, the side of the ball that you play on, got fucking gashed immediately and gave up a touchdown the very next series. The offense finally gave you some momentum, and you guys gave it right back immediately. So, yes, that's boo-worthy. And I know you're getting a lot of hype, and you're a big part of where this Bears team hopefully can get to in the future. But until then, hype is over top of everything with all of these guys. We need to see it on the field. That includes Justin. Justin's as talented as they come, but we need to see fundamental things, man. And I understand if you don't have an offensive line, it makes things hard. But when you have a guy that's fucking wide open in the flat, when you have Darnell Mooney that's wide open downfield, DJ Moore, even Chase fucking Claypool got open, and you're not ripping the ball to them. And Justin at least admitted it today. He said that he wasn't aggressive enough. But now if he goes out there and throws 4 fucking picks in Tampa because he's just spraying it all over the fucking field, then I'll have a big fucking problem with that. And DDP will show you on his take break. Exactly.
You gotta make the choice and believe in the throws. You're always looking at your quarterback. Like, you got to trust the pocket. You can't look down at it. You have to trust it and believe in your throws. He was not. There was time. I don't get into all the calculators and all 2.6 seconds, 2.9 seconds, and all that. All I know is there was time in the pocket. We're open. I break it down perfectly for you on the tapeneverlies.com. Sign up, become a patron. You always get my one-liners that are all right off the top of the head.
It's just so slick and skinny in a hole.
Yeah.
Like that. Others hit harder than that. But it's what we do here. And
you know what we need from Justin, Phil, this weekend right here? You'll tell you.
Good.
Yes. Shum. Get some shum and whatever out there for this fan base and for the football team. I really just want to finish that final thought on the fans booing. Even as a coach, whatever. The fans are why the game is what it is. The fans have paid great money to be there. If they've anticipated this whole thing, it's like a kid on Christmas that wanted that one gift. Well, mom and dad bought him a bunch of underwear and socks on Sunday. The kid's upset. I think he has the right to be upset. And that's where you got to go with this. The Chicago Bears fan base was let down by you, coach, you, team, all of you. And all of you have to be better. We can't listen to people that say, well, that's just the defense. They don't blitz. That's the loser's role. That's the loser's role. You have to do things different in order to get ahead. And everybody pounding their chest for Lovie Smith, he couldn't do it either. His ego got in the way of Ron Rivera's aggressiveness that incorporated his thoughts and philosophies with his own. And Lovey got him out of town after they lost the Super Bowl. This is a problem here in Chicago. We can't get these men that are stand up, that intimidate the fuck out of George and his family. There was a great line. I forget who said it last show, but this organization wouldn't even hire the old man Hallis because he was too maniacal for them. That's how far they've gone from their heart. The same statue pointing away, to stay away from here. That same guy wouldn't get hired by these people because he's too brash. And that's a problem. You got to get a guy. We can't have, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So here's something that'll make people feel a little bit better. So people aren't, jumping off bridges or
there you go,
into a volcano or anything. But Kevin Fishbane sent out this tweet earlier today. This will give you some confidence about the game this weekend. The Bears have lost 3 in a row in Tampa Bay by a combined score of 103-20. So buckle up.
Oh, those orange uniforms, Shane.
Oh, yeah.
The worst uniform. I hate it.
Yeah.
Wear the throwback. The throwback. That 1940s 2 throwback. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. The blue with the
orange
stripes. Numbers. Oh, that one? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The one they wore for the 100th year anniversary. That one. I like that one. Wear that. This orange. No, it's.
Yeah, and they were wearing the blue jerseys with orange helmets,
which looked better.
But the NFL
they can't
forbid
do it.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
The NFL rule states that your alternate helmet color and your jersey your alternate jersey have to be worn together.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have time to yell at the NFL and the CBA The bubble wrap bullshit. Now, how many years? Actually, I'm going in on this one. I'm diving in this fucking pool. My last fucking rant. How many years does TTNL have to say not playing your starters in preseason is the absolute worst move?
Well,
it doesn't make sense under the CBA umbrella that limits physical contact. Now you have the opportunity to get that physical contact, and you're passing it up. And it looks like shit. It smells like shit. They played like shit. Could they? Oh, they wouldn't want. How do you know? Some of these answers get answered. Oh, my God, Lucas Patrick can't play center. We got to keep this kid. But we don't get those live. He's going up against the guy from McDonald's next week. That mentality of bullshit. Like, people are playing for their families. That's where you get the most emotion out of this shit. You find the answers to your roster. But no, let's give everybody a break. Oh, Walker, don't play him. Don't play this one. Don't play. No, Justin doesn't need those reps. I mean, he's been in the league how long, Ivan? You know, all his reps. Fuck out of here. Oh, well, he might get hurt. He also might get hit by a fucking pigeon shit coming out of the fucking hotel tonight. Who cares? That's football. Of course, you don't want him to get hurt, but he's got to go out there and play and get ready. It's fucking disgusting. As my assistant coach says, I'm not smart. I don't have the bandwidth.
Is that what he said?
That. No, I don't have the bandwidth for that. I don't. It's dumb. Give me a coach that says, like, if Patrick Mahomes can play.
Well, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate mic drop in all of it, Phil. And it's the truth. And you can't, as a head coach, and Eberflus himself has said it. He goes, "That's the position we're put in." You know, with today,
Mike. Answer him, Shay.
Were they not ready? Yeah, they clearly were not ready at all.
Mike, did you think they were ready? Did you say you think they were ready? Oh my God!
Here's Mike playing Madden.
Good.
Unbelievable.
Must have been at the top of your fucking class.
So we are, not really halftime, but we are going to take a little 1 minute and 19-second break. Play a little something for you guys. Take a look at this.
Hey, fuckers, this is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Oh. Tape Never Lies Network, man.
The Tape Never Lies. Keeping it 100 like I'm keeping it 100 when it comes to the Bears.
I think the tape never lies, right?
The tape never lies.
Never does.
Not smart.
Get in your hat and get the hell off the field.
It's Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears, and I'm keeping it 100.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane. Keeping it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network.
Courtney Cronin, beat reporter covering the Chicago Bears for ESPN and ESPN.com. And I am keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies.
I'm Raymond Harris, the Quiet Storm, a.k.a. Ultraback, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
like that. I was able to eat a little bit of my dinner. Thank you.
You didn't even spit it out all over your shirt or on your lip. It's cool.
The Ultra Pack. Raymond Harris. I love it. The Ultra Pack.
Yeah.
Raymond Harris. How about this guy, Shane? We never even got to play this last week.
Okay, go.
Phil and Shane, what's up, man? I miss you guys. I wish you guys were here.
We're here for the Bears-Packers game. You know who's going to win this one. Miss you, wish you were here. Go Bears, go TTNL. Let's kick some ass.
There you go.
Can we sign that guy behind him to play offensive guard? Can he replace Cody? Did you see the dude behind Zorich there?
I didn't see him.
Put that back up there real quick. He could be the white hair replacement.
Pick up.
Run
Phil
behind that
and
motherfucker.
Shane, what's up, man? I miss you
We're
guys.
gonna come into the screen here in a second.
We're here for the Bears-Packers game. You know who's going to win this one.
He'll pop in here in a
Miss you,
minute.
wish you were
You're not
here.
gonna
Go
miss him.
Bears, go TTNL. Let's kick some ass.
There he is. Put him at center.
3rd and 1. Cole Kmet's running for 7 behind that motherfucker. As long as he doesn't fumble.
Our guy Chris Zorich, obviously here on the network. We kicked off the Super 16 poll.
It did age well. He didn't say the Bears were good. He said, "You know who's going to win." We knew
exactly
Green Bay was going to fucking punch him bullets.
Zorich is smiling because he can bet on football and still be in the stadium now because he's out of the league. I'm sure he made some money that day. Listen, we had a lot of fun. We ranted. Do you want to bring?
Well, yeah. Do you have the Mr. Barber? Do you have his song? Because I'm not seeing it on here.
Oh my God! Don't tell me someone.
I don't see it here.
Someone literally did what the song says.
Yeah. God damn it, Sheree.
God, cut it out. No.
Oh my God.
You got to do it without an intro. I mean,
so man, I fucked up, but for sure.
Okay.
So man.
Okay. Hold on.
Give him a second. He'll find it. He'll find
it. All right.
I'm gonna get it for you, Claude.
This is live.
Now cut yourself off the channel until I play. No, I'm joking. It's processing. It's processing.
All right.
Just like, can I say it?
You gotta say hi to Ivan.
Processing.
Why do I have to be in this? I'm not in cut it out.
No.
Hey, cut it out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you must have.
With Claudio the barber. Hey, you gotta let me talk, Phil. Hey, you gotta let me speak. Claudio is gonna be his network.
Claudio
It's back.
They're back.
It's back. The segment nobody asked for, but all right. So let's just get it going, guys. If you've never seen this segment, it's where I put up some things that happened in the game and that were funny or stupid or bad, and we talk about it. So I can't have video, so I gotta have pictures. So let's go. We obviously talked about this man. So if you can see this, this is our Canadian that's on the team here, Chase Claypool.
Mapletron.
Okay? The Mapletron. And these are three separate plays where he is like a Canadian, just being nice and saying, it's okay. You can go and tackle our guy. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I won't do nothing about it. Just missing blocks, whiffing, like we talked about. This is the evidence right here. It's pretty bad. But so obviously cut it out. Hopefully we'll see. Maybe he's going to get cut out of the roster. But, you know, if he just devoted a little more time to blocking as he does to flopping, okay? Because if you guys saw this, He gets tapped, and he does a soccer flop and tries to get a penalty, which might have been the best thing he did all game, was trying to get a penalty for us. But, I mean, cut it out, Chase. I mean, come on. Just block better, be better, all right? So
Mapletron. I've never heard that. That is amazing.
No, that's his thing, dude. He's got fucking shirts that he's selling and everything.
What?
Mapletron.
Oh, Mapletron's
yeah.
all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, and for my other
Claudio
cut it
made it
out.
up.
So, if you guys heard it at the start of the game, Mr. Justin Fields got Jordan Love's mom better tickets, right? All right, Justin, listen, dude. You need to cut the shit out.
He also stole her shirt for his pregame walk into the fucking stadium.
Hold on. Spoiler. All right, hold on. So listen, like Justin, like I understand you're a nice guy and all, but this dude, let his mom be up in the stands and let him be on tilt that she's up in the nosebleeds. Don't give her better tickets and helping him out. That's bullshit. All right, so cut that shit out. And here it is. Here's this shirt, the doily. He's wearing a fucking doily. Okay, I fucking think Luke Getsy picked this shirt for him because it's like his fucking play calling is fucking see-through. All right, so fucking cut it out. You see right through that shit, and there we go. Ashley, you know what? What you should have said, what you should have done, Justin, is when Jordan Love said to help him get some tickets. Where is it? You should have just.
I fucked your mom.
That's what you should have said. There you go.
There you go. Claudio, mid-season form.
I had to bring it. The Bears
brought it. He brought the passion for cut it out. Every Wednesday in the season, Claudio cuts out. Shane, are you know, we have the one bite guy with the New Haven pizza.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Claudio? Where's the grade there? I think.
Yeah, it's definitely on the positive side, but you know I'm gonna review the tape first before I comment, Phil, because I'm not ready to commit. We're gonna review the tape.
We gotta watch it tomorrow again.
Yeah. Right.
Give my real grade.
I don't want to comment on it publicly, but you know we're gonna keep that in house. We're gonna review the tape. And we're gonna get it after it tomorrow in practice.
Even Ted liked that joke.
Teddy.
Sweaty Teddy came back for that one. I loved it, Claudio.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna also follow Shane and watch the tape. Let you know again tomorrow what I thought of it after I watched it. But good job. Seriously, good stuff there. The flop was so bad. I totally forgot about the flop.
Yeah.
And I
wish I
pointed
could
it
have
out.
played the video, right? I can't really play the video still, right?
No.
We'll ding for that. Yeah.
They'll ding us. They're
Because,
looking to ding.
Yeah,
Ringy.
they're looking for something to ding.
Joe Mandel's ringy ding ding. Remember that?
Ding ding, yeah.
The ringy ding ding.
I was going through some old videos on my phone. I got one of Joe dancing.
I missed Joe actually.
People couldn't see him on the screen. We were listening to some music and he was dancing in the background. So I pulled my phone out and recorded him.
I love Cherie's mom. Yes, I love Cherie. There's Cherie taking notes. Cherie down and disappointed Sunday. Tough day.
Yeah.
Tough day.
Good. I was not happy, Cherie, on Sunday or Monday.
Is there any hope, Cherie?
There's hope,
I
guys.
checked on her.
There's hope.
I hope.
She told me to go fuck myself on Monday when I checked on her. So I'm going to give her space. Give
her some space. My dad's in space.
Yeah.
Speaking of space, let's bring the other guy, the super producer. Everyone got small all of a sudden. They're all my size now. Thank you, StreamYard. We're all together.
Did Ivan take his frustration out on a 5-gallon bucket full of softballs?
I know.
I can't stop myself from watching it when he puts it up there. I forget what I commented on the one. I think it was the last
on
one
mute.
that you did.
Oh,
I haven't said anything.
He was on mute.
Oh,
I haven't said anything. So
He's
it's all good.
listening. He's paying attention, Claudio.
But
There
yeah,
we go.
are you in a league, Ivan?
A few.
Ivan
Oh, a
just
few
puts
leagues?
the camera on and just starts.
Yeah. No,
nailing
that's just what I do. That's what I just do. I just do it for fun.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go hit a
One
bag
video-
of a fucking bucket.
One
of
video
balls.
you were sideways. I'm like trying to watch it. I'm like, dude.
Dane's like, is Ivan like taking it out on the balls there? I go, probably.
I love that he was bringing the TTNL philosophy over, because when I turned it on, I fucking literally laughed out loud. He's like, "This is not my music," or "I don't own this music," and I'm like, "Well, you can't fucking trust." That's how I like lost my shit from.
Well, they hit me a couple times, but
Yeah.
all I do is dispute it and say, "Hey, look at the caption, brother. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong."
Yeah, I never got my
they've-
face. I never got my Facebook back.
Yeah,
ever.
they released
No.
it every single time they released it. So
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance on mine. They just showed up one night. It was fucking locked, and that was it.
No, we're very economical, my family.
I miss it. Shane had a strong beard there. You were like a pirate.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
it.
the good old days.
Uh-oh.
What
What are you? Are you Team Euro, Cherie?
I love
My
them.
shit for.
She
No,
must be
you don't have
Euro.
to punish us all.
Yeah, I don't have a beard down there, Cherie. Fucking Manscaped.
I mean, that's not a problem. It's the beard that's missing on the face.
I didn't even recognize Ivan when we popped on StreamYard the other night. I'm like, look at this fucking
That's
guy.
what he got mad at me because I put it in the chat doing VHL.
We're gonna have some fun here. If you have some questions for the crew, throw them in the belly of the beast in the chat room, and I'll let some of these guys, or whoever you want to answer as we get moving here in the process. We want to make sure you guys are involved. I saw a few I starred earlier, but I guess they're not. Oh, this one, Jeremiah. Phil, what's the reason that Fields don't push the ball downfield? Is it vision or confidence? Well, it's a little of both. It's a little of both. That would be yes. Bueller. It's a little of both. I think the play caller, obviously, for us here, is the number one problem. Justin, number two. Then obviously the head coach is a part, and then you could try to manipulate all this stuff. But I think there's time in the pocket. There's throws that needed to be made where he needed to have confidence and anticipate. Listen, go to any great coach. It's not the kid's arm. It's not the ability to run. It's the ability to throw anticipatory passing that separates the good from the great to the greatest. Anticipation is everything. You have to trust your arm. You have to trust your vision and your eyes, and your mechanics have to stand up. So it's a good question, and one with which I think is both. There you go. But we are going to do our next segment as we answer your questions. Throw them in there. Ivan and crew, star them out, and we'll answer them as we wrap up the show. You know what time it is, Shane. Bear up, bear down.
Damn it. Thought I could force it. My bad.
Bro, where is it? We got to alphabetize this shit.
Yeah. That's
I'm not smart.
Expensive.
No, Greg. There it is. Who hit it? And then it just drops. StreamYard. Bum, 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 bum. Who did it? Hit it again.
I gotta find it again. There it is.
Phil Atosian, Shane Marshall, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, bear up, bear down, ladies and gentlemen.
Christ. This is gonna be the worst fucking segment ever.
Yeah.
We could go twice for bear down.
I know, right?
Right. And we're gonna double up for bear down, and we're all gonna pick the same fucking player for bear up.
All right. So maybe we can all, like, what is that? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot it. And we all say our bear up together. All right. That's what we'll do tonight.
So we're just
We
going to say
start
1,
with
2,
the bear-
3 and say it?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll see if we all say it together. Nobody cheat. Text to each other. We'll do that for bear up. But bear down, there's plenty of candidates for bear down. And we always start with the most beautiful person on the panel, Claudio. No, I mean,
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
Cherie even reacted way too early to
I know,
that.
she's like, oh,
Like,
me?
oh,
Oh,
Phil,
little
I
me."
love your little short ass.
You guys are assholes.
oh, that was
Of course,
somebody
Cherie,
clipped
too.
that was great. Cherie, of course, I was only joking. Cherie, Lady Bear, originally from the Shy. Is that okay to call it the Shy?
The Shy is
Ivan?
fine. Mhm.
Okay. There's a television show too.
Yeah.
Ivan gives like half-hearted approval. Cherie, your bear down this week.
Oh, okay. 1. Okay.
Number 1.
My bear. No, not Jay. I mean,
Oh,
he
Blake
feels
Bortles
good.
lost me my fantasy football team. On the Bears, Cherie.
Hey, my Cowboys got me some nice points. The defense got me some nice points. I'm not mad at that. So okay. I know we talked about O-line play, but I was just so disappointed. The penalties, and he was just so out of sync the whole damn game. And my bear down is gonna have to be Braxton Jones.
Great bear down there. Definitely in the top 5 candidates at the Atosian household. Good choice. Oh my God. Clearly lost in the sauce, or as Floose would say, alignment, assignment, and technique. All 3, Braxton. You fail. So good job, Cherie. Braxton Jones, if you're just new to the show, we do bear up, bear down every week. How did they perform? The bear down is actually like the term. It's bear down. They played down terribly. The bear up is the other way. They actually played good. We're going to actually do something we've never done. We're all going to say a name. We'll see if we all say the same. Promise you we're not cheating. Claudio the barber. The
Yes.
bear down for you, Claudio.
Oh, there's so many. It's tough, but I'm going to go with the biggest issue we had in my mind last year. We had no pass rush. That is why we lost a lot of games. Sadly, this fucking game, we had no pass rush. Jordan Love, who should have had people in his face testing him and making him have to make some decisions instead of having all fucking day, had all day. My bear down is Alan Williams. Okay, I don't think I saw one blitz called. Was there one? Okay,
There was one.
There was one.
Yes.
I mean, we did have a sack. One, Yannick had a sack, right? But it's just that has to get better. If this team is going to do anything, we got way more talent, I think, on the offensive side.
Quick, Claude. Let's.
Yep.
I knew you were going.
Yeah, it's because it's not true. It's not true. Don't listen to PFF, Nick.
Become a patron,
right,
Nick.
It's
No, you
not
can
true.
say the
He
truth.
did not give up. and somebody else put in there that he was a disaster. Also, not true.
Not true.
He has a bad play.
I thought he was bad.
Has a bad plays.
He had 3 bad plays on a
3 pressures,
offensive line, full of them.
But this is our point with what we are doing here. And I'm not pointing out Nick to be an asshole. I'm just saying it's not fucking true. Nick probably saw the tweet from Lauren Cox saying that PFF had him down for 9 pressures, and it's not true. It's just not.
It isn't.
Phil can show you a fucking play where he's blocking his ass off from his fucking knees when he fell.
He trips over someone, falls on the ground, and is literally in the worst possible position and is still maintaining his block from his knees. Some women should take notes. That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing TTNL doesn't have an HR department.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I would have been launched.
Oh, you would have been gone. You would have been on
nice dick that any woman would love. Oh, whoever put that in the moment, I needed that. That was a good job, Shane.
I have what's called comedic timing retro movies. I have comedic timing.
Retro.
Yeah, where's he been at?
We need to get retro. Who is retro? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I had the oddest fucking conversation,
dude,
ever with him the other
night. Is that
a
good idea for our show, Shane? Keeping it 100. Like some of these guys that are constantly in the chat, we want to know who they are. We bring them on for a show.
Well, what about the fucking?
Who is
what
retro?
What about the patron who shows up to our chat room that has had their credit card declined? Call out session.
We're doing that. We're doing this every week.
That should be the real one.
Oh man!
I got the fucking list, kids.
Got the fucking list. Your credit card was missed. It maybe was dismissed.
The way you come up with stuff like that.
I had one kid get a hold of me. He's like, I got 2 accounts for the past few months, and I want you to cancel one and take the money that I paid for the second account and push it forward to pay for the account that I want to keep.
Oh no.
And I'm like, well, I can't cancel your account. You have to do that. And I can't fucking push your money that you already paid into the future from the account that you're canceling. So I wrote him that back, and then like 5 days later he's like, did you ever respond to my DM? And I'm like, yeah, sure did. Look up, it's right there. 5 days ago. See those words above your head?
Right,
that was me
you.
Responding to you. Yeah, Bullets knows exactly what I'm talking about. Bullets
man
texts me every first of the month and is like, how many?
We gotta
I usually give him the running
Bone
tally.
Thugs and Harmony song when it comes. It's the first.
Nope, that's copywritten.
No, we sing it.
Just sing it.
It's okay if we parody it.
There you go.
We can make that. I can make that. I'll even have Ivan on the track singing with me. It's the first of the month. Ivan will be going, wake up, wake up, wake up. Pay up. Pay up.
Mo is back. Welcome back, Mo. He's signed
Mo,
back up.
Mo money.
Patron. Yep.
There we go.
He's back.
He's back. Where were we? Get back on track.
So that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Just so the patrons know, I'm going to start making a list, and I'm going to get a hold of Cool Kennedy. He's going to come up with a dope fucking intro.
Yeah.
We're going to have like a 5-minute fucking torch session.
And
we're going to
favorite fucking segment every week.
You guys know me that I don't like to ruffle the fucking feathers, and I'm very shy and timid. So
shy and timid.
You're really.
Oh, you're a patron? Guess what? Decline. Nice job, Ralph. And I'll fucking get the last name too.
Ralph. Anyway, Claudio.
Yeah.
Did you have yours?
I already said it. Yeah, my bear down was Alan Williams because of
that's right.
lack of
Very
pressure
good
on the quarterback.
Adam Hogue. Sorry, completely disagree with you.
I mean, obviously, it's not something the players have fault at it too. Obviously, the people on the D line aren't as good as they could be, but still, I mean, if you like you guys said before, if you know you don't have stars on the D line, you gotta send some guys on a blitz to get in this, especially like I said, especially Jordan Love. Like, what if you do this against fucking Mahomes? If you do this against Mahomes, he will pick us fucking apart.
Oh my
God! Don't
God.
Get some pressure on him. I mean, something's got to change. So Baker Mayfield, we got to get some pressure on him next week. That's all I gotta say.
We will see. Raheem Green, been known. How about the kid we picked up from Notre Dame and his one career sack? Is he gonna? I have no idea what they're doing on the defensive end position. I like Yannick.
Ngakwe.
I like him. Everybody else is a huge question mark to me as a defensive end.
Yep.
I liked Lewis and Gibson. I thought you roll with that high upside.
Terrell Lewis is still a free agent. He's been picked up by nobody.
He must have some sort of thing that we don't know because he showed too much potential to not be there. So anyway, good stuff, Claudio. Alan Williams, I will say one quick thing on Alan Williams, the 1920 or whatever inside look, it's cringeworthy when he's giving out these awards. He just doesn't command the room. It looks like he's Lovie Smith's nephew that got this job.
Yeah. Let me walk over here and get you this gold brick. You fired up, Tremaine? You pretty fired up there, buddy?
Exactly.
You ready to go fuck shit up in Tampa? Let's go.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Right.
We're gonna come.
Good. The best part of that fucking clip is the awkward good to start it off. Fucking love it.
You know what? At least Coach brings R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman back every time I see that.
He does.
He looks like young Pee Wee.
So funny. I don't know. Just this is off topic, but when they were Arizona had their presser leading up to week 1, and they're like, "Coach, have you decided on who's going to be your starting quarterback?" He's like, "I have, and I'm not telling you guys. I'm not sharing that with you." And literally within like 35 seconds, Adam Schefter sends out a tweet. Josh Dobbs named starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. It was the biggest fucking Schefter troll job ever. It was so fucking funny.
Terrell Lewis with the Saints now. Joe.
Oh, he must have just signed.
Joe Treviso.
Yeah, they were in the chat saying he got picked up today.
There it is.
Joe Treviso, former patron.
Joe, we miss you in patron.
He wasn't Joe wasn't happy with our pancakes episode.
Oh, come on, Joe.
That's fine.
There's so much to this story. We will unveil the truth at some point. We don't think Shane isn't smart or nothing.
Oh, I'm very calculated.
Ivan Vargas, do you have a dumbest tweet? Because I love Joe Treviso.
I don't have a dumbest tweet.
Not dumbest tweet.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, you've been transferred ownership to that franchise.
I didn't have a
cut it out. I cut it out. I get dumbest.
And it has to be now the dumbest X, right? Not the dumbest tweet.
That's true.
It's got to be the X now.
Dumbest that seems fitting for me. That segment. You come up with something good.
Oh, Shane.
Are we live still?
I thought you
had brought.
Oh my god!
My bear down is QB1, man. QB1. Like, and we all, you know how I look for this kid to be something special, and I hope he still can be that. But at a certain point, like we've been talking about, you can't just continue to put training wheels on him and continue to baby him. There were so many plays that Phil had pointed out, that others had pointed out in other films. You know, it's just glaring how open these guys are. And I get at points you're under pressure, Justin, but you got to be looking downfield. You got to be trying to get the ball to your playmakers, because they gave you one. They gave you a big time playmaker in DJ Moore.
And the
two targets
That's
is
right.
not enough for DJ Moore, and he was wide open way more than 2 times. So for Justin to come out of that last game the way he did, it was just so disappointing. It kills me because I like the kid, man. I want him to succeed. You know, I think we all do. But at a certain point, if you can't step up for yourself, you're gonna find yourself on the street, and that's just the nature of the beast. So, you know, for me, I hope it changes this week. This coming up week against the Bucs. But for this past week, my bear down is Justin Fields.
Listen, there is nowhere for him to hide. We always keep it 100, and we always will here. I've always said it. If Mike Glennon was good, I would have showed it and defended it. That's what we do here. That's what we will always do. Justin, if you're afraid of hearing criticism when you deserve to be critiqued, it comes with the position, it comes with the job description, and it comes completely unfiltered and uncensored on this network. He was atrocious. And if he can't handle that, then he's never going to grow and become the player we think he is. And that's up to the person. That's up to the person. That's why there's so many fucking stories out there that we've continued to show you of undrafteds, of guys that thought, well, he played at Weber State, he can't play. He played at Texas A&I. They don't even have a program no more. Guys, it's in here and up here. Justin has all the talent. On Sunday, it was miserable to watch it. It's disappointing, and hopefully he's as pissed off as we are. And that's how Brisker should handle it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Shane, you're bear down.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right across the board from Brisker and go to Eddie Jackson.
Nice.
Not happy. I mean, when Eddie's not going to make the amount of money that he's making now anywhere else. So for him to come out and to revert to guessing and not staying sound to the defense. Phil, you and I texted live in game when Dubs got his first fucking touchdown.
Oh my God.
Unfucking covered 5 yards into the end zone. And then Eddie thinks that he's going to fucking jump it and take it back to the house. And Jordan Love, first year starting quarterback, 4th year in the league, and Dubs, a 2nd year wide receiver, fucking smoked him. And as a 29-year-old veteran, you can't be doing that shit. You can't. You got voted as a captain on this team for a fucking reason. And if he stays true to the principles in this defense, Phil, it's not a touchdown.
Oh, exactly. You get in position and you take it away. It was the easiest slant. I mean, even the play before that, the 3rd and fucking, what was it? 15?
3rd and 13. 3rd and
13. You run a fucking slant. But just giving up, thinking that we're going to tackle it, we'll get the field goal or be short. And they may go for it. Nope. Nobody's fucking there. Jalen Johnson lets him get inside of him, and there's no fucking safety, no linebacker dropping into that area. It's just the easiest first down. I mean, Eddie Jackson, good choice. There's so many. I can't believe You guys left me a few aces.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go the center, the tight end, but I'm like, I can't take them from Phil. So go ahead.
I don't know which one to go. I mean,
take them both. Doesn't matter. You're the last one.
Well, I have 3 that I think deserve to be on the list. I'll put them in order. Okay. First, it's Cole Kmet, who, for whatever reason, was asked to be the game plan. It was the Cole Kmet offensive game plan that we were going to use him in a way, and we're going to outsmart the Packers, and we're going to screen to Cole. We're going to put Cole off on this side. We're going to use him this way, and we're going to action and dump it down to Cole. And the one time Cole has a shot to prove to me and everybody in the world that he's the goods, he gets tackled by 168 or 179, whatever he is, corner.
Alexander. Yeah.
Jair Alexander puts him down the ground. And this is the story of Cole Kmet. It's almost like the Chicago Bears story that Shane says. It's no consistency. And until you get that from Cole, it's going to be a frustrating ride. My number 2 guy is Lucas Patrick. The center was the worst offensive lineman, as bad as Braxton Jones was and Cherise Wright. Lucas Patrick was that much worse. In fact, if you're heavy, slow, and fat, and you can't get out of your way, you're not going to be able to make those blocks. You got
fat, dumb, and stupid's no way to go through life, Phil. Right?
He looks too out of shape. The fact that Simo decided to go with him served him up a few pancakes the other way, Ivan. Right in the Bears' face. And he single-handedly destroyed several run and pass plays for the Bears. Could get somebody hurt. We'll see.
Like pancakes without syrup. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just dry ass pancakes.
Dry ass pancakes.
No butter. Not even butter.
No butter. Yeah, not even butter.
Just
the number 1 guy for me of Bear Down is Chase Claypool.
Oh yeah.
When you quit on your team and you play selfish, lazy, and soft, and your head coach continues to put you out there should have been a 2-strike policy. The flop, the lack of effort, when that same DB pushes you at 6'4", 240 pounds backwards like you're nothing. Maybe this Jair Alexander should play middle fucking linebacker. I don't know. You look like a fucking guy that got served up a pink slip. Forget a pancake, a pink slip. Because there's no tolerance for that shit. He should be benched this week. Sitting out, a message should be sent to the whole fucking locker room that if you think you're going to step on this ground, this complete historic ground of football and play like no one that should ever be playing plays, you're doing it wrong. If he's playing out there this weekend, that's a red flag before it even starts for me. I'm just letting you know, that's maniacal. Because I know mentally, you fucking want to get back and show me, coach, I fucked up. No, words are cheap. You're sitting out. Then work your ass off in practice next week and show me that you want to be back. He'll cower. Chase Claypool, my big bear. He would be the one if I had to choose. But thank you for allowing me to choose all 3 and rant on them.
Paul said he wants grizzly bears, right? I don't think he played like a fucking grizzly bear. It's like a fucking teddy bear. Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah.
The Teddy Ruxpin doll.
Care Bears.
Hi.
That's what. Yeah, the Care Bear.
Yeah.
I'm
Sunshine.
Care
With sunshine.
Can you read me a story?
All right. So are we doing the bear up
Ready.
on a countdown of 3?
Yes.
You guys ready?
Yeah. Are we
Say the
going
name.
on the 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3?
I go
say
1, 2, 3. Say it.
Okay. Here we go.
Ready? 1,
One,
2, 3.
Roshan
Johnson.
Okay.
Claudio said Rex Grossman. He's not even fucking roster.
I meant Roshan Johnson. No, I put a 1A though. I'm gonna put a 1A, right? He only had 2 catches, and that's not his fault.
I do love DJ
what he
Moore.
did with those catches. DJ Moore showed what the fuck he can do. I mean, he made that. Remember, Phil, that the first catch, that fucking back.
I put it on the tape.
That little back, that move. I'm like an unbelievable athlete makes that type of fucking play. And then the second catch where he's just carrying people. Like, how do you not just give that dude fucking a slant and get it in his fucking hands as quick as possible and let him fucking do his thing? So that's the 1A. I mean, you gotta.
Actually, you're throwing bubble screens to Cole Kmet and not DJ Moore is travesty. But Roshan Johnson, I mean, the run,
that run was
fan, what's his name? Fucking what's his name? Brant had to give him angry runs and pretend, probably wearing a Packers
out of what
shirt.
should have been his first. He got his first career touchdown, but they fucked him out of the pass from Justin.
He totally scored on that.
Yep,
that was fraudulent. I don't know what ref where said his heel. No, he was completely inbounds. That should have been a touchdown. I said this at the beginning. We went from curls to bubbles, and maybe that's a sign of what kind of head coach we have. He's romper room. I see Timmy and Clay. Rasheem, you look happy, Rasheem. Can you rush our passer and not get home? That's going to be our coach this year. Fucking Captain Kangaroo. Anyway.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
Oh, I got it.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this policy, the show is at its end. But for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Built the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Claudio Jane getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say they get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. This is strong.
There it is, Claudio. Shout out time. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you now. I don't know what happened there. Claudio, the barber, is here. Ivan Vargas, a super producer. You listening on the podcast on your way on the train in Illinois. You are listening. Cherie is here. Lady Bear, our super producer, Super 16 Poll Show producer as well. Chris Zorich, Monday night.
My buddy, Chris Zorich.
Your buddy.
Yep.
Your buddy's got a big Notre Dame game this week. Who are they playing? San Jose State.
Virginia Commonwealth. Marathon Oil.
the
Damascus car bombs from the Afghan League.
It's Central Michigan they playing.
Central Michigan, Chris. That could be a tough one. I don't know.
Colorado in his top 16 yet?
No, it is
No,
not.
18.
If you watch the
They
show,
need to be up
Claudio,
there.
you would know.
I missed
watch
it.
it,
I'm
Claude.
sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
Gotta
I missed
watch it,
Thanks
bro.
for tuning in, Claude.
Thanks, Claude.
I was busy. What do you want me to say?
Picking antiques.
I was.
All right. Cherie, you got any shout outs?
Of course I do. I do want to send one special shout out to one of my mom's co-workers, and no Shane is one
I
of your
love
fans.
Cherie's mom.
But it's the guy Rayvon. He's been with us since rollout of TTNL and before, so he loves you guys. Apparently, he was talking to my mom about you all, but he also was talking about Ivan and Claudio and Jackal. So he's a fan of the network, and he's been riding with us since rollout. So shout out to Raven for being such a good supporter.
Gotta get him on the show, Cherie.
I'm gonna have to work that out with my mom. And speaking of my mom, I have to shout you out, Phil, because my mom admitted that she actually likes football now, and it's thanks to you. And she feels like she's actually learning stuff about football. So I asked her this weekend, what did she learn? I asked her, what did she learn from Sunday's game? And she learned that the coaches are trash. So.
Enough about your mom. Enough about your mom, Cherie. Let's talk about your mom's friends that like me. Come on.
All about my mom. So thank you, Phil, for getting my mom learned up on football, because I couldn't do it. So
Hey, I am proud of your mom, and I shout her out as well. Hi, Cherie's mom, and what was the dude's name? Rayvon. Rayvon. Shout out to you, Rayvon. Thank you for your support. I love the TTNL fans that reach out to us and let us know how important this is, and it's therapeutic. That's what we're doing it for. I know we pontificate a lot, rant, and passionate, but it comes from a place of knowledge. That's the difference. A lot of people can have shows. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They can rant all day. It's not making sense. But this...
I'm not smart.
I'm proud of these people. I'm proud of him, too. Shout out Greg Braggs. How about that? Cherie's like, no.
No, not my shout out.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about that.
I guess they talked about me on their show today.
Cherie would shit him out if she could, not shout him out.
I guess CHGO was talking about me or something, that they needed me to have a rant to the team.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
Oh, I guess not. Claudio.
Yes, sir.
You have a shout
all right.
out.
Of course. I got to shout out all you guys. It's always fun on Wednesday nights. Alex Acevedo, Cool Kennedy, Jackal, not here, not doing shit, but still shout out to you, bro. Love you.
Claudio was going to shout out the schedule makers. Only 16 more games to go before the show's over.
No, I mean, look, gotta shout out obviously the fans. We had like almost 800 people live tonight, which is fucking bonkers, which is great. Hopefully, I mean, when we win a game, we'll see. Maybe we hit 1,000.
You guys got to come into the chat room and experience StreamYard during BHL.
Oh my god!
Fucking it just goes.
It just doesn't. Yeah, you can't.
There's
you
no
can't
fucking
stop.
way.
If you miss a tweet or if you miss a message, you're done. Just keep going.
It's crazy.
BHL was amazing this week. A lot of fun. Even in a loss, it was therapeutic. But I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. So obviously, also to patron my boy Dave, who
yes,
so he's a customer of mine. I cut his hair. He's a cool dude. He came to me because of the show. He saw me on the show, and he lives 2 towns away, and he'd been coming to me for like a year or so. He's such a great dude. And I was like, you want to come and watch the game with me and Phil? He's like, yeah. So he came. He brought some wings. He's a great dude, right, Phil? It was a good time.
He's not paying attention.
No, he's not paying
It was
attention.
like, I was like, what are you talking about?
What time's the car going to be back? Oh, 4:30? Yeah. You need some extra gloves?
What about wings? What you say about wings?
Ellis, you covering my lunch? You fuck.
Yeah. No, it was a good time.
I was putting up my shout out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dave was cool as hell. He brought the wings over for lunch. It was a great day at the Atoshan house because we opened up with our first big win. We went to Simsbury, Jackal's hometown, and beat up the Simsbury Trojans, Shane, 28-0 out there. My return to the head coach. So I'll save that for my shout outs. I'm sorry.
I got one more. So
it was here.
Got a shout out.
Appreciated it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's all right. So I got to shout out my parents. My parents are actually in the sky flying over the ocean to Italy. They're going on a little vacation like they do.
Nice.
Enjoying
like
their
going
time.
to Iowa?
Yeah. But
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
I know I will.
I agree. This is an all-time low for Phil.
I know. But no, shout out to them. You know, they're flying. You know, so hopefully they get there safe, obviously, and you know, we'll talk to them when they get back. But gotta shout them out.
Shout them out. God bless them.
Travels.
Yep.
Safe travels to Claudio's mom and dad.
Yeah.
Claudio was the kid who always had like the sugar cereals. If you slept over his house, his parents
Yeah, you were always
supported-
over our house eating, Phil. You were. You were
Yes.
always over our house.
Claudio's
It was always like-
house. Claudio's house.
We
had
were
the
at our
real-
house too, but
Claudio's house had the real M&Ms. Phil's were the ones with the wax coating on the outside. You had to suck on them and bite on them for 3 minutes.
My
before you
mom
get
had
the
all
shitty
the
chocolate.
candy. We just did not have these sugar cereals. It's like I had to have Wheaties or Cheerios.
Oh, we had Fruity Pebbles for days. We always
We had Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch Berries. My mom would cave like on a Saturday and let you have the sugar cereal then. But Claudio, I'm like, I remember being a kid and like, I don't know, 10, 11, being like, what's it like to have that every day? It was like this big thing for me. Anyway, Claudio, safe travels to your mom and dad. I love them.
Thank you, yeah.
Great people. Gary the bar. How many years was he a barber? 50 something?
My dad's so they're from Italy. My dad started learning the trade when he was 8 in Italy.
Wow.
8 years old. And the first thing they taught him at 8 years old
A
was
fucking
was-
8-year-old cutting with a fucking
the first thing they taught him at 8
straight
years
edge.
old was a straight razor.
Oh
He was
my
in the
God.
barber shop doing straight razors at 8 years old.
And that's how they wrote Sweeney Todd, ladies
Right.
and gentlemen.
I only killed 4 guys today. Giving a crew cut to Daddy.
Oh yeah, no, he's got
Jerry's
stories.
mom
Trust me,
was
he's got stories.
making meat pies in the bottom of the big. Hey, I make you like lasagna with the meat.
No, but yeah, so he's 78. So I mean, shit, he's still actually cutting a little bit. So you know, you're talking
Yes.
70 years.
70
He's been at it.
years.
Wow.
Jesus.
He's a trooper, sure.
There you go. Ivan Vargas.
Shout out to you guys. That's pretty much all I got. I mean, I would say shout out to the Bears, but they fucking disappointed me.
Fuck them.
But yeah, now shout out to you guys. Like, you know, every Wednesday, it's always fun. Shout out to the fans out there, everybody in the chat. I know it was a rough week, but we got a lot more of this. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's more.
There's more.
There's
Wait.
more. So anyway,
Yeah,
good
wow.
stuff tonight.
This is
Yeah,
the therapy
good stuff
sessions.
tonight.
Every week will be a therapy.
Just wait till
sessions.
this weekend, Ivan. It's going to be so much fun.
Good.
That's my new shit now.
Is Eberflus scam now? That is the question this weekend. There's more. Shane Marsaw, do you have any?
Yeah, shout out my son. He's not playing football. He's playing soccer, Claudio.
Wow, he's going to be a really good athlete.
So listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Phil knows where I'm going. It's fucking fired me up. So we obviously live here in New York, and they had their first game the other day, and they were fucking smoke showing Lisbon that they were playing. And they got up 8-0. Riley's school team did 8-0. The fucking referee stops the game, walks over to the scorekeeper who's running the scoreboard, for all the parents to see and shit. And he goes, all right, it's 8-0. So Hammond is the school that Riley plays for. He goes, if Hammond scores any more goals, you can keep the record of it in the books, but it cannot go up on the scoreboard because it's disrespectful. Yeah. So they scored 3 more goals. They won 11-1, but the scoreboard had to say 8-1 because, and I am so fucking dead set against that shit. They
don't have a mercy rule for football in high school. They have a mercy rule here.
Yeah, I guess that was the mercy rule. Is don't put any more points.
It's like 50 points.
Hey guys, right? They didn't score, but they scored.
Yeah. How about telling your fucking kids to not suck at soccer, coach? How about that? Jesus. I mean, everybody's been through it. Hey, you're going to fucking lose at life. And then you fucking go back to the drawing board and you improve yourself and get better and try to make your teammates better and work that much fucking harder. Right. They're teaching these kids nothing by putting them in a protective bubble. I said to Phil, I'm like, how the fuck, who's the asshole that says, what about 7-0? No, that doesn't sound 8. Oh, fuck yeah. No, don't let that shit go to 9 because that's going to fuck these kids up. 7's fine or 8 is fine. Once we push that shit to 9, oh my God. Kids are going to start doing cocaine on the field.
Suicide watch.
Murdering people. Everything's going to fall apart.
It's
and we're going to give the losers a prize.
These are 7th, 8th, and 9th grade kids. And
these kids are already cursing at each other. Like
exactly.
They're already giving each other the finger.
Yeah, Riley looks over at me like, what's going on? I'm like, oh my, it's crazy. It's like, okay, you got your fucking ass handed to you. Take the fucking L and go back to practice.
Nobody's helping me with I'm living check to check. No one's helping me with my bills. I gotta work. I gotta do it. Who's gonna help? Give me a prize. That's like the time my kids went 8-0 in their soccer league, and everybody else got an award and left, and then they gave my kids the award, but there was none left. So the team that went undefeated didn't get it.
Ridiculous.
It's fucking a clown show. Backwards. This whole aspect. We can't celebrate the guys that beat everybody here. Let's celebrate everybody.
Don't even get me started. I've been over to like some of Riley, where we live in we live in a different place than where Riley goes to school, but that's a story for a different day. But we've talked to some of his local buddies here, and it's crazy. They're like, oh, hey, how'd you do in your tournament this weekend? He's like, look what I got. He puts his fucking medal up, and I look at it and it says 6th place. Their team finished 6th place. They got a fucking medal. I'm the dad. They'd be like, throw it out the fucking window on the way home.
What color was the medal? What color is the 6th place medal?
Oh my God.
Charcoal? Like charcoal?
It's made of metal.
It's like, Jesus, what are we? It's just, I hate it. It drives me. It made me so fucking mad. Like, I wanted to go up to the ref, and I know it's not his fault. He's just enforcing the league, the section rules for Riley's school. But I'm like, can you imagine the assholes that sit down and came up with? I mean, is there better things that you can be focused on? I mean, jeez.
Bro, it's crazy. It's hard to coach because, well, I'll save that rant.
Well, I will say I do see Shane getting kicked out of some of Riley's sporting events. If he's gonna
Oh,
lose.
yeah, I'm not that dad that gets. I coach my son. Well, I won't talk over his coach. He had a basketball coach at one point that didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Riley's basketball team was down by 13. They came back and tied the score up, and then the team that they were playing went down and split free throws, so they went up by 1. Well, Riley's team inbounded the ball, and there was 15 seconds left, and I'm fucking screaming. I'm like, take a timeout. Take a timeout. These are kids. You know what I mean? Perfect chance to coach them up, draw up a play.
Situational.
And the kids were, it was a big clusterfuck. So I knew his coach. I went to school with him. I graduated from high school with him. I'm like, Nick, why didn't you call a timeout there to draw up a play for these kids who busted their ass to get back into this game? And his answer to me was, you're out there having fun, man. They worked hard. It's fine.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm like, see you, dude.
This is a problem in society.
That
Look
can't
at
be
Larry.
true, Jim. That can't be true.
He's telling you.
That's terrible.
It can't be the high school, right, Jim? It has to be like Pee Wee.
Why you won by so? Because the other team sucked.
We won because we
That's
played
why
hard.
we won by so much.
What Larison is saying is Mark Murphy needs to write a letter to Roger Goodell saying why they kicked the shit out of us so bad last week, right? We want to read that letter.
Dear Roger, we own you still.
Jerry
man.
definitely writing that letter.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That was youth football. I like how Jim does it.
Real quick,
Youth.
Phil, before you go, Jalen
Yeah.
Carter. Everybody's melting down. Nobody is saying that the 2 starting offensive guards for the Patriots were inactive that game. He faced a 4th round and a 5th round rookie on the offensive line.
Can we find out what schools they went to? Is it like Southwest Missouri?
City Sal, and I forget the other guy's name.
City Sal.
But they were
No,
4th and
that's
5th
his
round
name.
rookies.
I just
Yeah,
ordered
that's his
that
name.
from a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, I
last
thought
night.
you just made that shit up.
I thought that was like a
God, I
number
thought you
7 at the local
Yeah.
Chinese place. Can I have the City South?
Elfie, I
City
think
South, Maine.
one guy was Elfie and the other guy was City South. So they're rookie offensive guards, 4th and 5th rounders. That's who Jalen Carter went against that game. But nobody
After
wants
breaks.
nobody wants to fucking put that out there. Yeah, well, let's see how Jalen Carter is playing in year 2 after he has a nice rookie season. Let's see how he's doing in the offseason. That's going to tell the story
Yeah.
about Jalen Carter.
Exactly. Well, let me wrap this up. Before we do, though, let's go around and I'll do my shout out. We didn't do bold prediction. Let's just predict
Just play
the score
bull-
this
just
weekend.
Play the Clubber Lang drop.
Pain.
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 They don't deserve our fucking predictions.
Mm.
Do you have a prediction? We don't need a bold this week. We're skipping bold. Just
What's the score?
win or lose.
Oh, the Bears are losing.
Bears losing. Claudio, win or lose.
Listen, I'm keeping the faith. I'm keeping the faith. I'm going
He's
win.
the
I'm
George
not a
Michael
win.
of the family.
Hey. I live by this motto in the NFL.
Are we losing his
What
audio?
happened? What's up with your
Yes.
audio?
You can't hear me?
Now
Talking
you
in the
can.
mic.
Yeah.
Now we
Sounded like he
can.
was going underwater.
Sounded like
Yeah,
you
that
were
happened
going
before with Shane.
Yeah,
too.
Shane, it did happen. For
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
Maybe the music, it's StreamYard.
I just gotta have faith and hope that they're gonna know they need to run the ball, and then we have the weapons. And I don't think Tampa Bay is a fucking juggernaut. So I think we can win. I mean, the Packer game, the first half, we were in that game. We were outplaying them, actually, yards wise. Defense was playing good. So if we can get it together and not fall apart in the second half, I think we can win.
Claudio,
So,
giving
let's
hope.
go.
Audio's like, we're not going to lose by 18. It might be 13 this week.
No, we're gonna. I'm
He's
saying we're
predicting a
winning.
win.
Predicting
It's
a
win or
win.
lose tonight.
Predicting a
We're
win.
doing some different things.
That's it.
Ivan, Bears win or lose?
I'm gonna go with the Bears win because I'm pretty sure the next couple weeks they're gonna be a few L's coming into the column. So I'm gonna go 23-21. Bears win on a field goal.
There you go.
Wow.
Shane?
Eberflus will have Cole Kmet kick it.
Yeah.
Prove a point.
Hold on. Cole.
Cole, come here.
Get in there, big guy. Cole. We need
you got a leg, right?
You got a great Notre Dame leg. Notre Dame. Shane.
I'm not going to predict the Bears win. I'm predicting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27, the Chicago Bears 13.
27-13. You're even giving scores.
Yep.
Well, I can give my score. I have Bucks 21-17.
21-17.
Yeah.
I'll go 20-17. Bears win.
20-17. Yep. Chicago. Him and Ivan have the Bears. I'm with Shane. I'm betting Tampa Bay 24, Chicago 7.
Damn.
That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be a fuking rant at BHL.
Wouldn't it be so Chicago though? But they come out and go up 7-0.
Yeah.
to get every Bears are back, baby. Six wins. Here we go.
Right down the field. They run the ball 5 times. They fucking throw it once, touchdown, and then that's the last time.
I just don't believe in Luke Getsy and Alan Williams and Eberflus, and that game plan was on the level of Cleveland with Nagy. It was that close. How bad that opening game plan was. It was putrid, horrific. If you have faith in these coaches, listen, I hear Claudio and Ivan any given Sunday. I get it. My gut. And then I hope I'm wrong. Being honest, I hope I'm wrong. So there you go. We made our prediction. We did it all. I want to shout out all of you guys. I love this crew. It's very therapeutic. It was very difficult that Monday morning dealing with Shane turned off every TV in Hallis Hall and every radio station as well on his way to work. I literally just listened to Suits in my ear, the show Suits with my guy. That show is so good, guys. If you're not watching it, check it out on Netflix. And it's tough. I want to shout out all of you fans that Claudio's right. 800 of you right now. There's 414 of you that should smash the like button and finish your sprints to do it. As the coach of the Venom, I would be remiss. I want to shout out Christine, I won't give her last name, who took this picture of me out there tonight, Shane.
Yeah, that's sick.
Look at that. I'm out there with the kid. The fog rolled in.
Not tall.
I know.
I am not.
In Phil's defense, the grass is 4 feet tall.
You got to mow that lawn. Took this picture tonight. The fog rolled in. I was even mentioning the Chicago Bears played in this in 1988.
Dude, Phil, you got to play some of that old school football music. Do you ever play any of that while you're practicing? That would be.
Oh, I will.
So what was your walkout song again, Phil?
Our walkout song is gonna be "This Is Why It's Hot." Bum, 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 bum. But they're gonna be hitting.
Not this.
Imagine that. I also want to shout out my boys, my team. Hopefully none of them are watching this show, but maybe their parents are. And I promised my son Tate, who played in his first tackle game, that I would share one of his highlights. He had a few, but I chose this one because the cameraman did such a great job capturing this moment. It's early in the game, Ivan, and we are up 7-0, and it's literally second down here. And let's watch what we call here.
Hey, with the cut.
Oh, the
Did
only
number
thing
7 get a sticker for that block?
he totally does tomorrow night. Noah.
Send that to Claypool. Say, look, this is how you
Exactly, Claude.
This is how you do it.
Noah throwing some great blocks on counter pass.
Devin had the Sonic the Hedgehog hands back running style. They're trying to catch his brother.
He does that. I hope he doesn't watch this. He literally said to me on the way to practice, Daddy, can you teach me how to run? Like, I don't know what he saw the highlight when we watched the tape.
So he puts him back behind. My son
don't know
used to
why
do
he
the
does this.
You ever watch the Sonic cartoon where he gets ready to take out, he puts his fucking hands backwards and starts running?
A couple guys in high school do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my! He stopped doing that, and then he did it on that play. I don't know what he did, but yeah, it was cool because the brothers were running with each other. Anyway, great show, great night. Love you guys, the fans. Football to me is life as well as TTNL. My father dubbed the name. The Tape Never Lies. Did it organically out of practice, and I have always hung on to that. And Shane, as being the smartest man, said it. Like, that's going to be the name of our network when we left the old one, and I'm super proud of that. No matter what, Bears win or lose, obviously, tough night for all of us on a negative when it comes to the Bears, but a really good therapeutic one here on Keeping It 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network. We'll be back Bears Hour Live right after Tampa Bay versus Chicago this Sunday. This week on Saturday, if you're a patron, X's with the O's should be live Saturday afternoon. Pay attention to your updates. We'll see you then. Tip your waitress and have an amazing night wherever you live, even if you're out of Chicago.
Hey, fuckers, this is Brian Urlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network, the Tape Never Lies. Keeping it 100 like I'm keeping it 100 when it comes to the Bears.
I think the tape never lies, right?
The tape never lies.
Never does.
Not smart.
Get in your hat and get the hell off the field.
Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears, and I'm keeping it 100.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane. Keeping it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network.
Courtney Cronin, beat reporter covering the Chicago Bears for ESPN and ESPN.com. And I am keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies.
I'm Raymond Harris, the Quiet Storm, a.k.a. Ultraback, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.